Like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Badass, you broadcast. I'm telling you, see this shop before. Age behind the glass.
Hello.
Hello. Helping put shows together and stuff like that. Can't curse for the first 3 minutes or 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I'll make it 3. I'll never forgive Moody for what he did to that shot. I don't know. I gotta be honest with you. We got a whole new show, spread it out, not just one topic. And we'll just touch on it. We won't get into all the ins and outs. I'm not good at that, and I think it sucks when you can do it right. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna spread it. Here's the thing. All right, so this guy, he's called in here before. This guy Andros, or is that what his name is? Nick Andros. He called in here about mood. I guess something to do with the Nuxtaku stuff. Some of the PDF file stuff that I'm not fucking interested in touching. Because I'm not a fucking cop. Did I make it? No, I didn't make it. It wasn't 3 minutes. God damn.
All right, time to restart the stream. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Because I'm not a cop, and I'm not a lawyer either. So, and I'm not getting sued. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So this guy, Nick Andros, he's called in before. I forget exactly what he called in for, but I just told him I wasn't interested in one certain thing. He seemed very disappointed. I don't know. So he's made his magnum opus. It's called Mutahar has been a fake engineer for 10 years. And the title, apparently...
Welcome. I'm Nick Andros.
All right. Okay. Nick Andros. Yeah. Apparently Mood has been lying about stuff. Newsflash. Yeah. And Mood has kind of proved himself to be... has difficulty with the truth, if I'm being generous. And he's a little bit of a phony, a little bit of a manipulator, a little bit of a game player, a little bit of just a YouTuber. And we got that over a barrel, you know. And this video has got almost like, I think people are getting sick of his shit because it's got almost 90K view. Did Nick shout this sucker out or anything, or no? This probably it looks like he hit the algorithm, right?
I think he did.
He
shout
did?
it out.
Oh, did he?
I even watched a part of it last night on stream.
Oh, did he? All right, here's my issue with this fucking video. It proves its point rather early, and with autistic detail, repeats it over and over again. Maybe it's a style thing. Maybe it's autism. I don't know. It gets to be. I'm only going. Unless you guys got a timestamp, I'm only going as long as I can take it because he there's nothing wrong with the video at all. It's just not my cup of tea as far as entertainment's concerned. And it makes a point and then beats you over the head with it with a sledgehammer. And if you're not, just I don't know, just take this ride with me, and we'll cover some other stuff. I don't know if I can see. I went 10 minutes, had to turn off, then went 15. But apparently Mood is lying about his job and shit. Dibby dib shove. It's autism. Yeah, this is autistic detail. Nothing wrong with it. It's just my thing is make the point and next subject. But what the hell? I'm a dying YouTuber, so what the fuck do I know?
Welcome. I'm Nick Andros. If you've been following Some Ordinary Gamers or Mutahar's behavior the past year or so...
I hate that. I hate that right off the bat. His behavior. I am the policeman of his behavior. I get that, but you sound like a Sunday school teacher. Your behavior is not acceptable in this school. If you've been, the way I would have done it, The way I would have done it is like, you've been following the massive screw ups of Mutahar lately. You've come to the right place.
So
he lied about his job. You know, I don't think he lied about his job. I don't think Nick Andros thinks that either. I think what happened was he got a job title and went with that and used that to mislead. That's what I think happened here. But look, this is like, I don't think he really makes any definites either, but it sure looks like he did. Yeah, he exaggerated, I guess. Well, you'll see. He'll make his point. If you don't get his point, you're not listening.
you might have noticed that something is up. He quits Twitter suddenly, causing people to panic, and then rejoins Twitter quietly months later. He says he won't buy a Nintendo Switch 2, and then instantly buys one when it comes out. There was even that time he disavowed his longtime friend, Naxtaku, but then he took the video down and apologized. Apparently he overreacted to a video criticizing him for watching lowly hentai with Naxtaku, and not for anything else.
Wait, you showed porn in those videos?
That's a video I'm still...
What did he say?
He said, "Wait, you showed porn in the," or he showed.
And not for anything else.
Wait, you showed.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I'll wait for that one if I even cover it.
Porn in those videos?
That's a video I'm still working on, and this video you're about to watch
If I had to guess, that's what he called me about.
right now is a little appetizer I've cut out of its body of research, because it was getting too bloated as it is. Anyway.
Yeah, it got a bit bloated.
Despite saying he would quit drama, not only did Mutahar return to drama, he decided to join forces with Ethan Klein to go after Hassan Piker. It's an odd choice because Ethan doesn't exactly have the highest opinion of Mutahar.
Well, what difference would, like, even if they had some mutual thing that they believed in, maybe putting those differences aside, I don't know.
I think it's just those like sides things that we always.
Yeah, and there's also the YouTuber way, like the enemy of my enemy is my friend, you know, type of thing going on. There's a lot of that playing on YouTube. So, but I don't think, like, I put shit aside with Keemstar to like, I don't know, tell, like, the whole, when they all blamed him for the fucking kid that jumped off the bridge. What the fuck? I can't. I'm getting old.
Oh.
Etika.
Yeah, I know who you're talking.
Etika, and then people are asking me, "Oh boy, you got him now," like, because it was like 4-year-long war or whatever it was, and like, "Oh wow, you really screwed up this time." I'm like, "No, he didn't." And he's like, "Well, Etika's dead." I'm like, "Yeah, did he push him off the fucking bridge?" No, he didn't. He had a hypothetical and a conversation with an extremely sick guy that was hell bent on killing himself, and I couldn't do it. Even like, yeah, screw Keemstar. I hope his whole career falls apart. But I mean, it's just ridiculous. And then, people don't think they could be used against you. You know what I mean? Sorry you're late. Well, that's the last time that can happen there, Grant. Knock that shit off.
Do you have the part where Mutahar runs outside with a gun?
I don't, but
I'm like, dude,
this is pretty interesting, though.
These people are insane. Boogie's not even the craziest one in that room still. There's a point where Mutahar goes,
yes, he was.
"Oh shit, is someone stealing my car?" And he runs outside with a gun.
Was I in that? I guess I might have went on vacation by then.
It's an odd choice because Ethan doesn't exactly have the highest opinion of Mutahar.
Do you have the part where Mutahar runs outside with a gun?
I don't, but
I'm like, dude, these people are insane.
He's in Canada. What kind of gun could he have?
He's not even the craziest one in that room still. There's a point where Mutahar goes, "Oh shit, is someone stealing my car?" And he runs outside with a gun. And then he comes in.
He actually walked to the corner of his room that wasn't visible on camera and cocked an airsoft pistol. That's it's like, I hate that.
In 30 seconds, he goes, "Oh no, it's chill, it's just my brother."
Oh my
like,
God.
This pseudo badass weird fucking shtick he's doing is not it. And frankly, he's so mean-spirited and nasty, and he has this weird thing where he needs to act like cool and that he's so successful.
That might be true, but is Muto mean-spirited? I mean, he is behind the scenes, but not with his content, correct? Would you put him on the mean-spirited? Yeah, he was mean-spirited to me and stuff like that, but with his content?
He can get that way in his content.
Can he?
Sometimes. If
I
it's
must
a
have missed
passionate subject or something.
Yeah, he can be kind of mean.
He can be kind of mean to people where it's like,
yeah.
You don't think like you're retarded.
It's 90% of the internet. What makes him so bad?
Full and rich. He tells Bug.
Well, yeah, verse. I know he is. Believe me, personally. I never did nothing to him.
dude, why don't you upload more? I upload every day and YouTube's not even my job. I was like, shut the fuck up.
I've been wondering about this myself.
Bro. I think he thinks his real job is being a day trader. I might be wrong about that, but I mean, that's pretty funny. But like, yes, it is. Shut up, bro. Uploading every day. Ugh, I really got turned off by Mutahar in that one, man. Really did.
So Mutahar is a poser and he lies about having a job outside of YouTube. Those are pretty heavy accusations. But who
Not really. Calling him a pedophile would be a heavy accusation, Nick. This is kind of like, you're just kind of a phony. These are heavy accusations.
Who has the time to watch through over a decade of videos and streams to check if he's telling a consistent story? I certainly don't, but I know a much faster way of achieving the same end result with only a few hours of effort. I can just search all of his video transcripts at once for
And he does that in spades.
certain keywords and timeline the claims he's made.
I play video games and scratch my balls most days when I'm not working. I wake up, I scratch my balls, I do my job, and then I fucking play some video games. I wake up, scratch my balls, play some Mass Effect, make a video, and like do some of my stock work, and that's it.
Got itchy balls.
I wake up, I scratch my balls, and I play some Mass Effect, okay? I wake up every day, I do my job, I scratch my balls, I play around with Linux, some video games, and that's my life, dude.
Before we get into it, isn't this
What are you saying?
Do you get it, Tommy? He wakes up, he scratches his balls, and he plays video games and does his job.
Don't
He
we
thought he
all?
needed to play that like 300 more times just to get you to understand that he wakes up, scratches his balls, does his
Yeah,
job.
you're gonna see a lot of that. I think like when I first watched this, I'm trying to watch this like I haven't watched it before. I saw that. I'm like, okay, he's like, we've seen that before from other YouTubers, but it doesn't stop.
stalking? Isn't this a violation of privacy? No. I am going by information Mutahar has made public through pieces of media
Ooh, he got around that one. We're gonna accuse you of stalking anyway.
he's voluntarily published on his YouTube
Oh, yeah, he outthought the trolls.
channel or public media appearances he has consented to.
Beaver's Big One. I too enjoy scratching my balls. Yeah, I like the under part where they're rarely touched. Get a good scratch in.
also using information from a video that shows his LinkedIn page, which is something he seems to be cool with. He can do whatever he wants in his private life, but if he's claiming to be a doctor or an engineer to make his perspectives more valuable to an audience, validating the truthfulness of these claims about his life become a matter of public interest. If a history channel was receiving undisclosed funding from a foreign state, publishing that information would be in the public interest, even if that knowledge was gained
Oh, jeez. All right, you're not autistic. All right, it's just a fucking.
through violations of privacy. Violating someone's privacy to humiliate them by exposing their porn browsing habits would not be in the public interest. But I haven't gone there, and I don't need to. I also completely disavow and denounce any kind of harassment or actual stalking behavior. Based on my findings, Mutahar has consistently claimed that YouTube isn't his job.
Hey, YouTube isn't my job. Thank God my job isn't YouTube. YouTube is not my job. YouTube is not my job. YouTube is not my job. YouTube is not my job.
See, I started wondering about this. Like, why did he lie? Like, why did he? When I first really started thinking about it, because he told me that he's got another job and graduated university.
I think he's just trying to like ensure to the audience it's like I could quit tomorrow and nothing,
Yeah, but I
not
mean,
feel bad
here's the
about
thing.
it.
Like, why would he have to suck up to Mama Max? Because him throwing me under the bus was him sucking up to Mama Max. He wouldn't need to do it. You know what I mean?
I think most of it was he got scared of the audience.
Yeah, well, that,
Mama
and
Max
then he got
audience
scared
back in
the
the
other
day
way,
was-
and then he came to fucking appear to come to my refs or two. And it is such a weird thing for me because, like, I will give him credit for this. I don't think from behind the scenes and the lolcow stuff, the money I earned, I don't think I get it without Mutahar. I'll be completely honest with you, and I appreciate him for that. He did the right thing, but he, like, one of the reasons I was able to get it is because his like stellar reputation, and Keem was afraid of that. I think if this happened now, like with the money, like it's almost been a year to the day since that whole thing happened. I think it's August 8th or some shit like that, or 9th or some shit. And I think Keem blows him off because he doesn't have the clout that he used to.
Oh yeah.
You
I-
actually
I-
don't need to interact with real people.
I don't know if I could have got, like, I
Anon
needed.
donated $5.
Harmful Opinions is also autistic but has more entertaining.
Is he really
TF
autistic?
Harmful has more experience.
He's also a genius. He wore a camera on his chest and get out from people. Could you please take your camera off? And he said, no, I'm a registered sex offender and I have to wear it wherever I go.
That's good.
It's the funniest fucking. And he said it like, oh. He said the security guards, yeah, but I gotta wear. That wasn't autism. That was just funny and ballsy, right? Yeah. Sometimes I have trouble following harmful, so maybe that's it. Jesus Christ, fucking gay Riddler. But harmful is funny. I like harmful. I've liked harmful before fucking baited. You know, I've been a kind of a filthy casual fan from here and there. Yeah, he's great, and he also has principles, and he stands on them like he did with what was that stupid app they all got sucked into, and then Mundane Matt tried to bury him. Yeah.
Oh no.
Cameo or whatever the hell that was called.
Cameo.
Yeah.
Candid.
Yeah. He was a guy that he stood up immediately. Candid. I always like him. Tism is a superpower. Yeah. Well, you can use it like blowbacks and you can use it like him. So yeah, it's a little weird because I probably don't get the house. It's like that's the last bit of money I needed to. I mean, I could have got it either way, but it was just I would have been absolutely no fucking like spending cash afterwards, you know. So yeah, I don't get the house. So it's tough. It's tough for me to see that he's talked to my kid before, and then but I was just a if I needed to be brushed aside legitimately for his career, it would have happened. It would happen. And which makes me think, well, maybe this is his job, because who would protect it like that if it wasn't their job? It did cross my mind at the time. Is like, are we sure? I don't know. And then I thought to myself, I rationalized it like, oh look, he put his fucking. That's so funny. He put his watermark in there.
Watermark.
That's too funny. He owns that picture of Mutahar. Yeah, it made me wonder. It's like, all right, he could still have another job and do well at it and what have you, be super protective and act right. But now it does kind of feel like Nick's onto something. Nick Andros.
YouTube is not my job. I use YouTube as a hobby. This is not a job for me, okay?
He works a regular 9 to 5.
Like, I work a regular job every day. I go to my office, I work, I come home.
Is it possible he's ashamed that he's a full-time YouTuber?
I cut together the video that I recorded the night, or 2 nights or whatever before, and I post that on the internet. It is a
Nick Andros wanted Chud's, but I didn't know that.
Therapeutic, fun thing for me.
So what is...
He's probably going to think the criticism comes from that fucking... It doesn't. I'm just goofing on his fucking video like I would anybody else's if I had an issue with it, I suppose. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with this video, so I'm sure there's nothing to do with it's autistic. What can I fucking tell you? That's the way I feel about it. It's nothing to do with Chud.
That job. If you ask Mutahar's fans, they think he's a cybersecurity expert, an IT professional, a video editor. Ethan said, day trader. There seems to be an awful lot of uncertainty about this.
He told me that he started this channel, SomeOrdinaryGamers, plural, with another guy, and the other guy just didn't show up.
It's definitely real job that Mutahar has. Mutahar's also insisted throughout his career that he is an engineer.
I'm an engineer. I'm a fucking engineer. I'm a goddamn engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm a fucking engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm only an engineer. Okay, I'm an engineer. So I'm an engineer. I
thought he was an engineer. I did.
I'm just an engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm just a fucking engineer. I'm a goddamn engineer. I'm a fucking engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer. As an engineer, being an engineer, I don't have to tell you as an engineer. I'm just a dumb engineer as an engineer.
You're not a German engineer. Your degree is worthless unless you go to mines.
Engineer has, but as an engineer, I'm just a fucking engineer. Like, I can tell her, like, I'm an engineer, but I'm an engineer. As an engineer, I'm an engineer. As somebody that is an engineer, I'm saying I'm the number one engineer as an engineer. As an engineer, all right, as an engineer, I'm just an engineer. Speaking as somebody that is an engineer, I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer.
But there's multiple types of engineers, so what kind of engineer is he?
I'm a fucking computer engineer. I'm a computer engineer. Dude, I'm a fucking computer engineer. I'm a YouTuber. Why are you asking me?
And I'm just like a computer engineer by default.
Like, I'm a fucking computer engineer, and I'm a fucking computer engineer.
And it's like, all right, I get it.
engineer. You want to talk about cyber warfare? I'm a computer engineer by trade. I'm a computer engineer. I'm a computer engineer. I mean,
I wonder, like, I get this. Like, I could take 3 of these. You know what I mean?
Computer engineer.
He's just doing it to show how consistent Muta is.
I also said, like, he's obviously.
It does get to a point.
You know what it is too. Like, I get the feeling from this video because he had his kind of what do you call it? You put the thing in the beginning of the video. Fucking forget everything. Yeah, whatever. And he feels like he's afraid of criticism. That's what it screams to me. And there's content-wise, I didn't see anything to criticize, like entertainment-wise. Yeah. All right. That's just then his response.
You could play 5 examples. And then go like, there are more.
You know what he could say to me?
I'm not playing.
You know what he could say to me? He could say, make your own fucking video, then, tough guy, and that'd be fine. That'd be perfect. It's just not my thing. You know,
absolutely.
I mean, he'd be absolutely right. You know, they're all telling Willie Mack, I got to put more of this and more of that. Well, make your own fucking video. Oh wait, you can't. You know, and I couldn't make this either. I don't got it. So it's just not my bag. It's like 3 times golden.
Computer engineer, okay? I'm a fucking computer engineer. I'm a computer engineer.
In the United States, people throw around the
Here he said he's an engineer.
word engineer like candy, but in Canada, it's a bit more protected, especially in Ontario, where Mutahar lives.
Ontario.
Now, I do want to give the disclaimer that I'm not a lawyer or a Canadian. I'm just a guy who looks
I can tell by the way you said Ontario.
stuff up online, and based on what I've read, it's actually illegal to call yourself an engineer.
Claiming to be an engineer without a license against the law. Titles such as professional engineer. Yeah, fucking Canada's got weird laws.
I don't know how much.
If you are not
I agree with this, just because it's like Muta's just saying this is what the field he works in. That's kind of what I would take from it.
No, what I think, no, he's getting a
what he
fucking
works.
job. No, they're calling him like a computer engineer specialist or something, like, but he's not an engineer. He hasn't gotten a degree. He doesn't have an engineering degree, and that's what they're saying. That's what this guy's claiming, and I got to be honest with you, it makes a certain amount of sense. You know, felony engineering fraud. I mean, it is funny that you can't say you're an engineer.
Licensed engineer. The Ontario engineering regulatory body, Professional Engineers Ontario, claims to take offense to even titles like software engineer being used instead of software developer, but they do make an exception for terms like train engineer, broadcast engineer, or sound engineer, which are not professional engineers in the same way that a computer engineer or a civil engineer would be. Calling yourself a computer engineer to a public audience is like saying that you're a civil engineer or a mechanical engineer. You might as well call yourself a doctor or a therapist. For Mutahar to be a licensed computer engineer, for him to be able to legally call himself a computer engineer or an engineer in general, he would need a 4-year degree, 4 years of training.
I can feel the cold, hard steel at the top of my mouth.
And to pass the National Professional Practice Exam. If he had just a degree, then he could only call himself a computer engineer graduate. This is where things become a little bit difficult, because Mutahar is apparently not just a computer engineer.
I'm a video engineer now. I think I know how this shit fucking works. Speaking out of an engineer, like if I wasn't a computer science engineer, I wouldn't speak about Elon being an idiot. But as an engineer, yeah, I'm going to call him a fucking idiot because he does do idiotic statements. This is why, as a cybersecurity engineer,
a computer engineer is very much a real thing. But a video engineer or a broadcast engineer isn't a real professional
engineer. It's like being a sound engineer. Because I remember, like, when I recorded my record so many years ago, back in 2000, the summer, and the guy was telling me, it said, like, he said sound engineer on his thing, and I asked, "Do you have to get an engineering degree for that?" He's like, "No, you have to make records that people like, you know, and mix things people like. That's really all it takes. I mean, you can go for classes and stuff like that." He says, "But most people are in this for this." So you're like, "Oh, so you're not really an engineer?" He's like, "No." So being a software engineer is kind of the same thing, you know. Like, it's probably, if I had to guess, it probably was a legitimate job title at one point.
Engineer. While computer science graduates often work in software development, sometimes called software engineering, computer science isn't an engineering discipline. So computer science engineer doesn't really make sense. Cybersecurity engineer is once again using the word engineer as just a job title. Mutahar clearly wants the prestige of being perceived as an engineer, given that he's been calling himself an engineer for the past 10 years. and he uses this title to make himself more authoritative.
But I'm an engineer. I know how this stuff is going, so I'm not even speaking out of pocket right here, okay? If you want to disagree with me...
You know what? If I just saw him say that, I would have got the willies. I've never seen like these. I've never seen him talk like, I'm an engineer. I don't think I would have... Something would have tipped me off.
Feel free, but you're actually...
I never saw him say anything like this. I don't watch every one of his fucking videos. I watch videos that interest me. When he's doing stuff about computers, like, snore.
Wrong. As somebody who is a computer, engineer, somebody who understands computer code, for instance, hearing Elon talk...
What code? There's all different types of code, aren't there?
Talk about
You actually don't need to interact with real people ever.
Why the fuck do people always bring the law
Connor has
into shit?
donated $5. Why the fuck do people always bring the law into shit when it never goes anywhere ever? The last time it went somewhere was Lion Maker, and that was what, almost 10 years ago.
It was 10 years ago. I assume, Connor, you're talking about like making it illegal calling yourself an engineer. I think what he's saying is he's getting around it, but I know what you mean. Like, everybody's going to jail all the time on YouTube, and nobody ever does. 2 people went to jail. The guy who sang songs told the girls to take their pants off. He's in jail for a long time. And Line Maker, and Harodi did his time. That's it. I remember when Nick Rekieta and Tonkasaw was going to jail. Remember that one? Do you remember that one? Were you around then?
I think I do. How long ago was that?
8 years.
8, yeah.
So 8 years.
Yeah.
So, 8 years ago. Yeah, he's like, oh no, this he can get him for fraud. Like, none of that. I even knew I knew Nikita's like, no one's gonna do that. They're just gonna be glad you guys are gone, and nothing happened.
And anything code related is actually mind-bogglingly stupid.
It's not clear what kind of an engineer he is.
I just feel that making this moral fact argument, everybody knows is, nothing's gonna happen. Well, get used to it. They'll never stop. Oh, you broke the law. Ooh, that's what this whole shit's come down to. It's like not even funny anymore.
So, what education does he have?
Like, it's a really good explanation of why, I picked engineering as,
I forget what he told me his degree was in. I totally forget. I don't think it was engineering.
The road to go down when I was studying. I'm like...
So, he would have an engineering degree.
I went to university for computer sciences, and that's it. Education background, asking because a lot of CS knowledge. I did computer engineering when I fucking went to college. That's what I did.
Okay, so at least a computer science degree.
I thought when I got into university for a while, and I dropped out like a semester in because I was like, okay, no.
Oh,
that kind of kills your engineer status.
Yeah.
Because being an engineer that's a hard degree to get.
Dropped out after a semester.
Like, I'm a dropout myself. I've never finished university.
So am I. It seems like everybody around here is a fucking college dropout.
But I'm not going to dog on school. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to learn to be valuable. Yeah, if you're going to be an engineer, if you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, if you're going to be in the STEM field, you need to go to university.
He's liquid. He becomes whatever he needs to be at the time, and he's very good at it.
Yeah,
and I think it's just kind of finally falling apart.
University, okay?
You need to go to university to be an engineer, but Mutahar is a dropout. He has no degree.
Were you a computer science major? Yeah, that's what I went to for college for a little bit, dropped out of it, I feel like there's a weird misconception. People think I'm some fucking crazy degree holder. It's like, no.
You're telling everybody you're a fucking engineer. Of course they think you're some crazy degree holder. No shit, Sherlock.
I would think that.
Yeah.
No, I would have been way more in fucking university debt if I went down that fucking route.
I sure wonder why people might have that impression.
Is it bad if you don't get a STEM degree? Look, I'm gonna sound biased as fuck, but STEM degrees all the way. I'm gonna sound biased because, as an engineer, you want to get the degree that's gonna get you a job, a good job. Not saying other degrees can't, but you gotta be smart.
I love that these fucking what's that one they always put their logo feces everywhere? Nick Andrew, the true crime Explore with Us, and you see the wolf floating around. I just see that right here with the it's it's totally not necessary. If somebody uses my stuff, whatever.
Smart.
I got news for you, man. Charlie used a whole bunch of my shit. Didn't say my name fucking once. Put my picture on there. They don't have to say shit. If you want to you're just the guy that does that.
Sometimes he says he didn't always want to be an engineer.
My biggest thing was I didn't really want to be an engineer anyways. Growing up, I didn't really want to do anything. I actually wanted to do law. I didn't go through law.
You know, I mean, this whole thing could have been done in like 3.5 minutes, and he could still shown him, and he could have still shown he's a big hypocrite. Actually, probably could have done it funnier too.
Honestly, I didn't even want to be an engineer.
Again, this is what I think. There's nothing wrong with the video. I know I'm going to get criticized because this is one of Chud's guys, but no, it's just my thing. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
When I grew up, like I wanted to be a lawyer for the longest times.
Other times he says he's a former engineer.
So like being a former engineer, like I virtualized like everything, so I like contained shit. And
Even an ex-engineer.
the coolest ways possible. I'm like a fucking ex-engineer.
But here's the thing. He's been saying he used to be an engineer, or that he worked as an engineer for 10 years.
I wanted to share sort of my engineering background with you. Okay, I worked as a fucking engineer, all right, before I went into this shit. I think I know this. I also like to mess around with technology. I myself used to be an engineer before I went into the video editing route.
Mutahar started his channel in
He couldn't be. He dropped out of school. That would never happen.
2012, the same year he turned 18.
By the way, I don't think there's anything wrong with dropping out of school and becoming a big YouTuber, especially one at his level. It's almost like these Hulk Hogan lies. You know, like if you really look at Hulk, like everybody's trying to forget the fact that Hogan, because he died, everybody's like he's utterly completely full of shit, right? And I heard Jim Cornette say, like, you know, Hogan's like he didn't have to lie about anything. His life is fascinating, you know, as it was. But I guess, you know, it's an insecurity thing or something. I don't know. I'm sure, like, as YouTuber wise, I'm sure he's got a million stories. But he's probably been bullshitting for so often. He doesn't even know. They're not spectacular enough, I guess.
By video editing route, he means that he switched careers after his channel began.
He said he left engineering for YouTube. Yeah, but he also said, I'm an engineer. Well, you have to finish in order to get the degree, I would imagine, right? It's kind of a weird contradiction.
And taking off.
And the interesting thing about this whole YouTube stuff is it actually made me change.
I'd rather do this and fucking sit in a classroom too. I don't blame him.
My entire career choice. You know, I never really thought of myself as an individual who, I mean, I expressed talents in film production and everything, and, you know, I never really threw myself into it. I did stuff on the side even before YouTube as well. But this really changed me, and it made me more passionate in the whole, you know, video production side too. So now that is my field of choice. Now I work as a video editor. For those of you who don't know what I do outside of YouTube, I do that. I work as a video editor for my own post stuff.
All the programming, cybersecurity, penetration testing work he talks about early on are jobs he supposedly did before he did YouTube, and he didn't like doing it.
M. Lockwood, now he's still claiming he does a 9 to 5. Yeah, I don't know if I believe that. He puts out a lot of content, right?
Before this, I was a depressed individual, and I was going to go through a certain set path in my career and just go through that and move on, right? And
it's called your Indian parents told you what to do.
There was a point where
yeah, that's what I was saying. I was going to a set path, and my parents set up for me, and they're going to.
Really didn't think there was much else. I was going to
go. How cool would it be? Yeah, I told my parents to fuck off, keep their money, and I just made more money than all of them. That's a way cool story.
Go through the motions and everything.
No, nothing. Doesn't say engineer. I wonder if that's it too. Like, you know, growing up in an Asian family, like you don't want to be like everybody's a doctor or a lawyer. And fucking you dropped out of school. Hey, my brother went to Virginia Tech, so I had to deal with that.
And then, you know, to cut down on the stress and I still have stress issues nowadays, but you know, back then I had a crazy amount of depression and stress issues.
Yeah, all your relatives were fucking lawyers and engineers.
And so to counteract that, I decided, you know, why not do YouTube? And so, you know, one night I went onto the Google Create account and did it, and you know, and then we started making videos. I told you guys, I'm a guy who used to code bank applications, really boring shit. Now I'm a dude who cuts stuff together.
Shot for the point, bitch.
Yeah. Thank you for the sub.
All right, who edits stuff.
More, please. More subs.
You know, who does stuff for film, TV, all that stuff. And I can't stress to you all how important that is to me. And you all have inspired me to go out and chase that dream. You all inspire me to fucking sit in front of my computer and make a video when I have some off time, and I fucking love doing it.
Baby Mutahar liked to edit videos. And after starting YouTube, he switched careers from computer engineering to film and television, and this is where his actual education comes in.
I worked in film and TV before I still don't have a fancy fucking degree, okay?
How old is Muta? He's like 30?
Something like that.
I don't know. So, Mutahar.
He's 31.
Yeah, so he's whatever. I spelled it wrong. He's 31.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
There we go. I filmed it. All right. I used
Where do you have time for all this? Like these degrees?
my film degree to something.
He calls it a film degree, but it's actually a 2-year broadcasting/videography diploma he got from Humber College between 2013 and 2015. If he went back to studying to get an actual engineering degree, he never mentioned anything about it. Not a single slip.
I like to know the mood is as stupid as I am.
Mutahar was
the kind of shit I was doing in community college.
Never a real engineer, but he's been calling himself one for a decade because of tech jobs he supposedly had before 2013
Put him in jail.
or 2012.
Because I never tell people like what I do. Like I never tell people anything, right? Like I don't even tell people I'm not an engineer. I haven't been one for like years, like fucking for eons at this point, right? Like an
Did you
internet.
ever lose that? Like once you're an engineer, right? I thought.
I think he's just saying he's not been like he's not held the job.
He's not an active engineer.
What
Right.
he calls him being an engineer is something he did for only a little bit.
I can imagine, like, for families, like, I mean, just an Indian family alone, it's like, son, you've got 3 choices for what you're doing, all right? You got 3 character classes, doctor, engineer, or maybe a lawyer.
Yeah, wasn't I just saying that before? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, like, that's it.
Well, at least he didn't kill his parents like that Chinese girl did. She's lying about going to school for years, and she couldn't keep the lie up, so she tried to kill her parents instead.
So, you know, I did one of them for a little bit, and then I just pretty much stuck to, you know, this life now.
Imagine if you worked as a mechanic in high school, and 10 years after quitting that job, you're still introducing yourself as a mechanical engineer. From 2015 to 2020, he claimed to primarily
He's a theoretical engineer.
work as a video editor.
That's because I'm a fucking editor in real life anyways, so. Ever since I became a video editor, and that was my job in life, I work as a video editor. You know, that's my job.
By trade, what I do...
Isn't it weird? Like, what does he do? Like, he doesn't, his actual videos that get all the hits are barely edited, if at all. Like, I like to see his work.
For a living is video editing.
I wasn't always a fucking video editor. Am I a fucking passionate video editor? Do I like my job? Yes, I do. My job is video editing. I'm a video editor by trade. No, I'm video editor. You know, that's how I pay for the strip club and the home.
And initially called himself a video engineer.
I'm a video engineer now. I think I know how this shit
All right,
fucking
see,
works.
this is what I'm talking
It's
about.
not a real engineering job, but he was still calling him.
Like, we're 15 minutes fucking in, almost halfway through the video, and we're still doing this. It's totally unfucking necessary. It's just like what they said in it's chaos theory. He's trying to like dot all his T's and cross his I's and so it's like it can't get criticism. You can criticize anything, even if it's correct. You always find something.
Himself an engineer. In 2019, he conflated being
I'm a broadcast engineer. Thanks, Adams.
video engineer with being
I engineered this whole stream, so why not? How do you spell semantics?
a computer engineer.
I'm a computer engineer, so I really a video engineer, whatever you want to call it. I'm one of those people, so...
Again, totally different qualifications. One is an actual professional engineer, the other is a job title. In 2020, Mutahar claimed to be an exceptionally successful day trader.
Now, for those of you who don't know, one of my side hobbies turned basic, you know, general second profession of mine.
That's what I tell people I do when I don't want anybody to fucking know what I do. Or I trade.
Is day
Sell t-shirts.
trading, swing trading, whatever you want to call it. I like to sit in the mornings, sip my coffee, you know, go on the NASDAQ, see what I can look pre-market, buy, sell, and be done by, what, 11 or something, and call it a day. Ladies and gentlemen, it's something that I've been doing for almost a year, give a couple months, and it's definitely a very, like, it's a fun part of my lifestyle. I'm a very...
It makes me think, why did he hate fucking... I guess because it's something to do with his wife. Why did he hate Boogie so much? You know, like, that's the thing. I
Minded him of him.
Again, yeah. Well, I was just like, he's a fat sack of fucking YouTube shit. Like, I couldn't even understand, like, when he's lying about cancer. I'm like, I hear people say like, well, my aunt died of cancer and he's saying he had cancer and he didn't. Like, fuck it. Who cares? You know, I thought the whole thing was rather amusing, to be honest with you. And I got to be honest with you. If you're more upset, like, all right, like everybody's been touched by cancer. It's everybody, right? So don't act like Boogie's making it worse on you. You know, it's usually the cancer that does that.
Mathy guy.
But he was like really offended by Boogie, and I always thought it was like a little too much. I didn't get it. I don't care. It works. People like it. Whatever.
A lot of calculations in my head. I lose money, but I generally have an 80-85% success rate, and that's just the nature of this stuff.
In 2021, he claimed his job was trading and investing.
My job right now, I just sit around and trade and invest. That's what my job.
I'm starting to believe he's a YouTuber.
But he was still an engineer or a computer engineer. Apparently his dad calls him an engineer who knows computers.
I'm sitting in the room, it's like, when it comes to...
Yeah, he DM'd Doe. Yeah, that pissed him off. But I've DM'd her before. I got into it, Doe, before I knew they were fucking together. I think I did. But whatever.
Computers? Do you talk about it with my son? Do you act like an...
Saying you have cancer is like stolen valor. Saying you have cancer when you don't is like stolen valor. Yeah, it is, Connor. But, I mean, how upset are you going to get about it? Like, my grandfather died of cancer. Fucking both of them did, come to think of it. Like, I never felt like, Boogie, how dare you? I was always like, Boogie, weird idiot.
An intelligent person, because my son's a fucking engineer, okay? If I'm wrong about computers, I'm gonna believe what my
this would have tipped me off.
Son says, because he's the fucking engineer.
It's appeal to authority. His own.
Not a doctor. Like, fucking insane, dude.
But he also just sits at home and invests money.
I invest, that's my job now. I just sort of sit home and invest money.
Now, if I was ashamed of only being a YouTuber, that is the job I'd be claiming to have.
Nick's right. Because I've literally said that to get people off my back. Like if I'm at the pub or something, like, what do you do? Oh, I run this fucking goofy talk show. It seems to pay the rent and the bills and stuff. But I'm not famous. So I'm an investor. Are you? Yeah. That's how you can live here. I was like, yeah. It's none of their fucking business, but like if I say none of your business, then that causes a whole other list of problems.
When asked by guests on his podcast about his computer work, he claimed it's only a hobby now.
I don't know how much you want to delve into this, but like you do, so do you do computer stuff on the side, or that's your main thing?
I literally just invest money. Like I buy property and I invest, and that's all I do now.
You're at that point now, you're that big of a baller, bro.
Yeah, I know. You picked up on it there.
I wouldn't say it's like baller. It's just like
do you do programming? I don't know why that took me 3 different ways to ask that.
I do it it's more of a hobbyist thing now for me personally. I'm trying to like work around with consoles at this point, like reverse engineer shit that I have.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So that's what I'm into now.
The word of the day is.
Now it's just like it all has become like a hobbyist thing for me at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it's full of shit.
This is the guy that shills Linux.
Yeah, but he's a YouTuber. He could have been just like fucking. I had cancer. My mom and my dad.
That should have tipped everybody off. The moment you start shilling Linux.
Boogie's lie. I want to actually watch that stream over again.
Just like for me, I look at it, it's like woodworking and shit. Like those woodworking channels. I'm like, oh, this is just like me sitting down for 2 hours, like killing time and like working on a long form project, but not something that I would ever care to ever be bothering doing again, even as a career path. It's just too stressful. Sure. It's like boring.
I get the feeling Destiny's not buying it.
Compared to anything that we do now, you know?
In 2023, he's calling himself an engineer a lot, just like before. But in March, he claims he just invests money again.
Were you into business before doing YouTube? No. After, I worked, and then it's pretty much like my job. Like, I worked, and then now I have enough money to, buy property and, invest, and that's pretty much what I do.
In August, he gave the impression he still worked as an engineer.
All right, as an engineer, if I show up to my office and I fuck up...
Yeah, he's full of shit. How could he possibly? Maybe this is the whole point Nick Andros has, and I just completely missed it. Right? If he just he's not giving him any fucking outs, you know. Maybe it's the right thing to do, but I don't know. It's kind of hurts my head.
Okay, I don't have a job anymore.
But then he also mentions working at his own company that does asset management and property development.
At our company, like not YouTube, but outside YouTube, like when it comes to our main work property and everything, like our asset management, property development, stuff like that.
So before YouTube, Mutahar did the computer, programming, cybersecurity work he thinks entitles him to call himself an engineer. Between 2013 and 2015,
I don't think he's entitled. I think he's lying.
15, he's studying his videography diploma. From 2015 to 2020, he's a video editor, and from 2021 onwards, he's a day trader, investor, and eventually the CEO of his own company that does asset management and property development. He's also calling himself an engineer the whole time. We already know he's not an actual engineer. But is he actually a business owner? Because there's some weird inconsistencies in the things he says about it as well.
As a boss,
he owns his YouTube channel.
And I don't know, like, this is gonna sound like kind of cold, but I don't make jokes at the office. I don't make any fucking jokes at an office. I am not this kind of Mutahar, okay? So to explain what kind of person I am, like at the office, I'm just like, how's work? What are we doing? What's the plan for today? He's literally, it's as matter of frank as I can be.
No fucking around.
I don't partake in jokes. I don't do any of that fucking shit.
No,
and if I see fucked up jokes, you know, which I haven't seen, I stop that shit right there. I always have to, like, you always have to be professional at your office. And sometimes you come across as like a deadpan motherfucker, but it's better to be deadpan than, you know, turn your
phony. He's just fake.
Yeah.
You know, me being Mr. Famous for fucking seeing this ahead of time, I can't take any credit here. I mean, I didn't see it at all. But I never watched his video. If I just saw him saying like, and listen, and my dad, and if I was going to ask anybody, like a lot, constantly appeal to your own authority shit to deflect stuff, it would have tipped me off. I would have been at least suspicious. And I got suspicious. I'm going to smoke that. My wife is gone. And she's going to kill me for this shit. Maybe the whole place will blow up. But I'm dying for a cigarette. I'm going to be drinking. I'm fucking drink. It's fucking Monday, you dipshit. You know, so fucking, yeah, he's just a college dropout like the rest of us, you know, except for Nick, who actually got it great. You know, the only guys I know had like, well, I know Willie had like regular odd jobs. I know fucking Wavy was a nurse. I know fucking Wang was a professional musician and still is. And I gotta be honest, man, maybe it's my own racism. I always kind of assumed just because he was Indian, he went to good school in Canada. You know, I tell you who else. I'll tell you who got. There's this guy I know. His name is Idiot Retard or something. I follow him on Twitter. He's a real lefty douchebag, but I like him. And he's been telling me for years, like, he's like, stay away from Mutahar, stay away from that guy. That big. I'm like, oh, he's just got a hard on because he's not a fucking hard lefty like you. You know, but like when he finally did me dirty, he's like, I knew you'd Idiot Loser. That's his name on Twitter. And he's when he finally did me dirty, he's like, I knew you'd figure it out one day. I guess. I didn't I wasn't close with him. He came on, like, big YouTuber asked to come on your show. I never asked him to come on once. Generally nice. Any of my Discord encounters, I never really talked to Doe when I ever talked to him, you know. I never got even the slightest indication. I probably should have watched more of his videos. I thought he was pretty thorough when I watched the Keffels thing. I don't know. It's really sad, actually. You know, but it's not surprising because most people do this are complete frauds.
Office into like what I mean is like I never would have my office turn into like,
you know, because nobody's got the guts to be called a loser. You're a big loser. Like I hear I'm a loser every fucking day, and I'm numb to it. Mostly because they're right, but yeah, like I think him, family, he can't deal with being called a loser.
Frat house workplace. Like it would never be a frat house.
He would never allow his office to turn into a frat house. But 8 months later...
To be fair, like there is a betting pool in amongst like my office friends because we do talk about like which gig streamer's dying first.
Yeah, and
Isn't that pretty fratty? Isn't that a fucked up joke?
And if I see fucked up jokes,
boy, this is autistic.
Which I haven't seen. I stop that shit right.
Like, this is something I would have totally cut. Like, yeah, we got him, but you know, it's not that strong. I don't know.
There.
Maybe he just sucks at maintaining a professional culture. Could it be possible that
maybe it's all bullshit too, Nick? You ever think of that? I mean, you kind of proved it before when he said he's an engineer and he was an engineer 5,000 times.
Mutahar has been faking having a job all along? Doing daily uploads while being a CEO 9 to 5 is a pretty busy schedule, as Ethan said. When he was on the unsubscribed
Ethan did probably figure it out because he's busy as fuck, I'm sure.
podcast, Mutahar made sure to let everyone know he works 9 to 5 and that he's a very serious businessman.
He did go out of his way to tell me that as well, like that he had other stuff going on. You know, it was very important to him that he wasn't just a YouTuber.
Man,
legitimately still have a 9 to 5.
Yeah, I have a 9 to 5.
Dude, he works in hours and hours. That's what, like, this is why I respect it. How many subs do you have on YouTube?
I think like 3.4 or 5 million or something. I don't know the exact amount.
3.5, like 3.5 million. We'll say that. And you're still doing multiple.
Just goes, if you want to be a big YouTuber, just lie. Lie till you get caught. And then just turn yourself into Keemstar. You know?
9 to 5s where you're running different businesses. You were talking about Q4
I'm the CEO of our own
busy.
company. Like I'm the CEO of like our own group. We do a lot of like property and like asset investment around where we live. We're getting into construction and everything too. So it's like for us, like my job is a 9 to 5 every day.
You upload how many videos a week?
A day. Like I upload it every day.
Jesus. This is why exactly, and why I always.
He really loves bathing in that praise, but it's not enough. He needs to flex more.
Yeah.
Well, that's like the algorithm tell, right? Like when you're like an engineer, somebody's like, "Man, why does the algorithm keep feeding me?" I'm like, "Bro, what's the last 10 things you watched? Gay porn? It's probably gonna give you the 11 videos." I'm just saying.
Driving there, we were talking about cybersecurity because that's what you went to school for. You're like, homeboy's very smart. You do actually business, and then YouTube is a
YouTube is always like the secondary side gig.
Then he brags about his charitable donations, and we see behind the curtain how uninformed Mutahar actually is.
Like for me, it's like the receipts. If I could tabulate them up every year, you know, like like during COVID, I probably gave away $200,000 of charity. And it was like out of my personal accounts. I don't write any of this off for taxes because I don't believe in writing off charity for taxes. I think it's a pretty shitty thing to do.
Writing off charitable donations is a shitty thing to do. How? Why? All that means is that the money you donated is tax exempt. It means you can donate more money to charity, as Brandon Herrera says.
It's a pretty shitty thing to do. Well, for me, it's like
the more money. Yeah, he's just a regular dope. That's that. If anything, I'm getting from this video, he's just like a regular dopey guy. You know?
Yeah.
Like who would think that? There's a reason they want you to do that. They want you to give more. You know, that's the reason they have tax exemptions. Like you're paying taxes on money you're giving away. Like that's fucking stupid. You know?
Money you can write off.
Yeah, and I think Nick Andrews is right. Like because he doesn't know what he's talking about.
The more money you can keep from the government and spend it better, you know,
like,
putting it toward more charity.
The money that I
Yeah, but then the Canadian communists don't get my money.
Can you be the CEO of a company, a serious businessman who knows his shit, but you don't understand basic accounting?
You want to talk about social battery? Like 7 is when I get up. I got to be in meetings every fucking day. My work day doesn't end until like 4 p.m. That's when I get like a chance to open up the Premiere Pro project file for the video, and I get to work on that, and then I get to upload that a day later. Like I don't believe in days off. Like I literally can't believe in a day off. Like I'm always like jittery.
In fairness, Doe told me that was true about him.
Because I'm like, I want to do work. Like I really do like enjoy doing work. Like
I don't think he lied to me. He had to drag him out to go to vacation.
Day that I don't feel like I do my job, fucking cry about it. I'm like, this fucking sucks.
He works.
Which office job lets you go at 4 p.m. when you're CEO?
Till 4 p.m. every day and cannot take a day off. However, he seemed pretty happy to take a day off to watch a video game commercial from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. on a Thursday.
I love to read comment sections in videos. That is probably the best part of doing YouTube content creation, is reading the comment sections of what a video has to offer. You know, as a content creator, the coolest thing is like when you see like 1,000 comments on a video, because I'm somebody that
So you get the dopamine from.
likes lurking internet forums and just reading internet discourse, right? Especially when it comes to topics I enjoy. So when you read 1,000 comments, you're like, all right, shit, let me line up and get ready, boys. Let me read that shit all day.
This guy has a wife, he's a CEO, he works 9 to 5, and he uploads daily. How do you have the time to read YouTube comments from random people? Check this out.
A lot of editing.
Should be an upstand.
A lot of editing goes into his videos, in fairness. He just kind of spits it, and he's so full of shit he probably can. I mean, what's his name? Puts out 3 videos out of his ass every day. Jeremy, right?
Quartering.
Good citizen, okay? I wake up, I do my job, I come home.
Many of the instances where Mutahar says YouTube isn't his job are from videos where he rants about how unstable YouTube is as a job because of their never-ending policy changes. These things supposedly don't impact him. He does YouTube to relax, but he's always obviously upset in these videos. He consistently paints himself as a hard worker.
It sounds like you worked really hard in high school. You're talking about taking night classes, doing community service, like side jobs on the side, like.
Does Dr. K smell a rat?
Yeah, no, it's blurred.
Good Indian boy. Doing it.
I'll help you understand.
I had a buddy. His name was Patel. He was a Muslim too, I think. I don't know. I was like 17. He was 18. He comes into work. We work at the library together. He goes, "Yo, I think I knocked my girlfriend up. My parents are gonna kill me." I'm like, "Yeah, man, my dad killed me too." He's like, "No, they literally will kill me." I don't think he was fucking around.
Oh, no.
I don't think he was telling the truth. But he even had to keep sort of an image up that he was doing 20,000 things he wasn't to impress his parents as well. So I wonder if that's what's going on here, a little cultural. You know, I mean, to me, I don't know, the way my family always did, as long as you brought enough money, you know, if you want more, go out and get it. Doesn't matter how weird your job is, as long as it works. But yeah, I feel like it does. It feels like it comes from a place of insecurity.
Sam,
he has this insane work ethic, but he's also curious about how Destiny can get so many things done.
I noticed that you do like a lot
Destiny's a workaholic. I know he's a workaholic.
Of canvassing, like you actually go out of your way, you launch your own like podcast with like other people, the bridges, and it's like, what is next really? Like, how do you kind of manage all that too? That's the other big thing that I kind of wanted to come into, because it's like, it really feels like you're a one-man show, but you're doing like a lot of shit and you're managing it pretty well.
Destiny's too lazy to cook for himself. He's not the workaholic with an excessively tight schedule he can never pull back. If Mutahar's stories about himself are true, he should not be impressed by Destiny.
I'm pretty sure Destiny's all over the place and always doing something. I mean, I could be wrong. I guess Mutahar fooled me. But I'm pretty sure that guy is always doing something. But then again, it could be part of his stupid fucking image. Who fucking knows?
At all. Mutahar also often claims that he's an immigrant and equates that to him being poor or his family being poor. He will say his father had to go through medical school twice, not recognizing the privilege of being able to go through it even once. You don't need to come up with all these hardships you've been through. Everyone can already see your life is a struggle. You're not white.
Ooh.
And you still can't say the N-word. He's got this other...
Was that a joke? You're not white, you can't say the N-word. It's like that was a joke.
laugh about not buying anything expensive.
Very rarely am I trying to pay full price for any of this computer crap. You don't need to, all right? I don't overspend my money on crazy computer chairs. I think whatever I can get at Costco fits me fine enough. As far as my peripherals go, I have some SteelSeries headsets, keyboards, and a Logitech mouse, which I think is really awesome. If anything, I overspend on my monitors.
He's so frugal, but he also owns a luxury diving watch worth almost 10 grand. If you have an easy life because you were born to a rich family, just enjoy it. If you're rich, just
let's see if I get the thing back. An easy life. There we go. We're back in business.
enjoy being rich. Improve your production value. Get some acoustic treatment. Get some monitor arms. Show your audience that if you work hard and succeed in life, you can have nice things. Why not? So, was Ethan Klein right all along?
I upload every day and YouTube's not even my job. I was like, shut the fuck up, bro. But like, yes it is. Shut up, bro.
I'm not going to...
Ethan lost weight and gained IQ points or something. I don't know.
Claim that Mutahar has absolutely no jobs beyond YouTube, even though the things he says about his business are very vague and inconsistent. However, he has definitely been lying about being an engineer for a decade, benefiting from the prestige, the authority, and the credibility that comes with that label. You don't call yourself an engineer dozens of times without specifying you're talking about programming jobs you did 10 years ago. He's clearly mostly just a self-taught tech enthusiast, not an engineer.
I think he's right. I think. I could be wrong. Maybe Mutahar address this YouTube slop stuff.
He's seen as a cybersecurity expert or as a cybersecurity engineer, as he called himself.
This is why, as a cybersecurity engineer...
But when he assisted Nuxtaku in tracking down the V-Shoujo swatter, he fell for a basic social engineering trick, where the swatter, who was a minor, pretended to be one of Nux's fans who knew the swatter in real life, and fed them a bunch of bogus information.
I appreciate the random fan who was in that Discord server that actually contacted me and reached out to me about this stuff. Oh my god, you guys are legends, honestly.
V-Shoujo's cybersecurity expert knew this was bullshit. The cybersecurity engineer did not. Mutahar doesn't do drama content anymore because it's all needless negativity, and YouTube isn't his job. However, he still weighed in on the pirate software drama after videos about it began going mega viral. What
man's gotta eat.
Insight is Mutahar the computer engineer who knows all of this shit going to weigh in with?
No. Right now, as a video editor, I do more engineering now, so back-end programming for effects work. I'm working on a new codec for video right now for H.265, so we can actually transmit better video quality at higher resolutions. I'm actually doing something which I want to sell to Microsoft at some point later on. So I've been designing AI toolset that basically you can inject, hopefully, you can inject into like video tools, and this is gonna be like video games or whatever, right? So it's like, let's say that Microsoft backwards compatibility, right? So I had this tool idea. This is kind of what I got going in my head. So I had this idea.
See, if I heard him talking like this, I'd be like, upper right-hand corner, click. I don't care, you know?
Idea, and I hope to one day sell it to Microsoft, right? So what I do is, since I have a really good video background, right? I've been designing neural stuff around it. So what I want to do one day is, you know how Microsoft has backwards compatibility, right? So would it be really fun if I could design a way that Microsoft could take the textures in their video games, right? So they could take the textures mapped in their video games and find a way to AI upgrade them. So like basically use a fucking photo AI, like basically use an artificial intelligence that can scan across, you know, all these textures and just fucking upscale them to like 4K, 8K, whatever they want to go to, and make games look better without needing, you know,
a great idea.
Developers to make it better, right? That could be an idea.
Let me guess. Nick Ander's gonna come because I don't know anything about this stuff. He's like, there already is that. Microsoft invented it or something.
For me.
Now I'm in an area of the video I haven't been before.
It sounds simple on paper. Obviously, it's very, very, very fucking time consuming to make it even as effective as you want.
He knows how to program video encoders. He knows graphics APIs and AI tools in 2019. What does he know in 2025? What can he add?
One of the code bases that we're looking at over here is this falling particle. Now, there's a lot of numbers that are being dropped in here, and one of the things that you'll tend to see in pirate software
Nesquick, some money for Mutahar's upcoming Microsoft deal. Thanks, Nesquick.
code is magic number abuse.
Nothing unique, nothing new, nothing that Coding Jesus didn't say in his video, which Mutahar keeps mentioning.
There's nothing.
I mean, Coding Jesus fucking had the wrong code.
Nothing wrong with having shit code, right? There's nothing wrong with being bad at it. I'm not a fucking great coder either. So I'm actually doing something which I want to sell to Microsoft at some point.
I think Nick got him.
Later on.
Nick
But I'm also
Ambrose.
not claiming to be this crazy fucking guru hacker expert in the world.
Yeah, for the past 10 years you've been claiming.
Can you see? Make sure you can see Nick Andros right here. I got it from him.
To be an engineer, a computer engineer, a computer science engineer, a cybersecurity engineer. You fuck with code.
Dude, I'm a fucking computer engineer.
I'm a
I sit
YouTuber.
down
Why are
and
you
with
asking me?
code.
You do programming as a hobby, but when it comes to showing your knowledge, you only know the basics. Now you're here judging someone for inflating their credentials. At least Pirate Software's lies didn't break the law. At least he actually worked at Blizzard for 7 years.
Again, when you have an ego, you gotta be able to match it with the skill. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that skill is all the way there.
God damn! You imagine him just having a film degree, a 2-year film degree, and him talking like that. Unbelievable! After all these years, wow, what we were.
Unless that skill is making a whole lot of spaghetti code. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it. I am out.
Man, what a great way to end a video. Let's check out some of those comments. We love reading the comments from regular commenters like Mr. Obvious. I wonder what he's into.
Mr. Obvious says, "My feel win, I might as well be all for." And then we see some lolly here featuring some underage characters. Here's 2 more drawings of underage characters posted by Mr. Obvious. Kinda strange, isn't it? Mr. Obvious says boys heart emoji, and then underneath that we can see a photo of an underage girl who is pulling anal beads out of her anus using her feet. That's quite the talent.
Oh.
Let me lie.
So is he trying to say that because this guy is into some fucking degenerate shit? Like, I didn't understand the point of that.
Yeah, I'm not really getting the point
Yeah,
of
like,
that
all
one
right,
either.
so he has a fan that's a creep.
He's a regular comment. Maybe he explains it more.
He's a regular commenter. It's funny, that's it. So he has a commenter that's a fucking creep. All right. I get it.
Sign up and get ready, boys. Let me read that shit all day.
So, that was my appetizer for my upcoming video. Given his
then he's going to go into that. All right.
Is
I remember this guy called me up and he was really disappointed I didn't give a shit. You know? But, all right, if he does, I tell you what, I'd be shitting my pants if I was Mutahar because this guy did maybe it's a stylistically I don't like it, but he did a damn good job. I mean, it becomes like, did he prove it without a shadow of a doubt that he's not? No. But it's like, use some common sense here. It just doesn't make sense.
Consistent stories. Mutahar is either lying about his job and business, or he tells really pathetic made-up stories about them to sound more interesting. Once again, I am not a lawyer. It might not be illegal for Mutahar to lie about being an engineer, but by any reasonable
You kind of said it before it was in Canada, but
definition.
Probably something that's not prosecuted very often, if at all. It's probably only prosecuted if you lie about being an engineer and then you accept money through a scam or something.
He is a total fraud. He has no computer engineering degree, or even a computer science degree, but he still presents himself as an engineer, a computer engineer, or a computer science engineer.
Well, he is Indian.
He is not trained in this field, and he is not employed at these roles. He is a self-taught hobbyist, a dilettante, not an engineer. Despite admitting that he hasn't been an engineer in years, not that he ever was.
And it's a weird Hulk Hogan thing, because let's say he's 100% right, Nick Andros, and I'm pretty sure he might be. None of this stuff is worth lying about. You could just been yourself. Yeah, I'm just like I tinker with stuff. Yeah. It's just so unnecessary.
He continues to introduce himself as one, letting his audience's imagination run wild and conclude him to be far more qualified than he actually is. It does not matter that he seldom admits to being a former engineer or that he hasn't been an engineer in years. The bigger picture that he's painting to his audience is that he is a licensed, actively practicing engineer, which, based on his own statements, isn't true and cannot be true.
Max is the thinnest skinned bitch that I've ever seen when it comes to taking actual criticism on the platform. There is a way back from the mistakes that he's made. It just involves being a man and taking actual criticism to account. And realizing that, yes, your entire career was a lie. Maybe it's time to turn that around, but he doesn't really want to be doing that. He wants a win when he can't even carve one out.
Mutahar has been telling this lie for 10 years. This lie is almost too old for his friend Nakstaku to masturbate to.
Oh god, oh no.
Alright, that was a good joke. That's a good one.
Oh no, Mousy, do you recognize these numbers?
What do the numbers mean, Mousy? What do they mean?
What do they mean?
Click on it.
Tell us!
Oh. I've never even pondered the thought that we could have lolly and guro and bondage all in one thing. That's amazing.
Did he say lolly, girl, and bondage?
Something like that.
So he had to know he's.
I tend to think that just anything Nux says probably has some form of weird shit into it.
So that's Oompa Loompaville, right?
Yeah, Oompaville, yeah.
What do they mean?
Click on it.
Tell us!
I've never even pondered the thought that we could have lolly and guro and
Wally or lolly?
Lolly.
And bondage all in one thing. That's amazing.
Oh my god.
On the topic of recklessly allowing the audience's imagination to run wild, what do you think about this clip?
Oh, what? Bro.
All right, you get of a real child, like doing what?
I don't want to know.
I don't. Yeah, but I think if you're gonna call the guy a pedo, you gotta fucking say at least explain what it is you're blocking.
Well, they probably are the one that censored it, not him.
January 20th. This is before he got involved with them, right? Who is this right here? Who's the?
I don't know.
Wow.
They call her Mouse, but
sounds like old Nick Andrews got him dead to rights.
That is Iron Mouse? Oh, that was Iron Mouse. I thought that
was Iron Mouse.
That was some kid just.
That was some kid. You just sent a video of them shitting, and then shooting a dog with a Nerf gun. It's hardly pornographic, but whatever.
Sent you a video of
them. That's why I won't get into this, because then you have to fucking start debating and fucking skin of the details.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a little like, all right, so you're telling me they had child porn on? Is that what he's saying? This is a question. Are you telling me he had child porn on there and on here and nobody did anything about it on YouTube?
God, who knows?
Yeah, was it like a fucking, like a 2-year-old that pooped his pants and picked up a Nerf gun? I mean, I don't know. See, it's like, yeah, what's the point here? Well, he's going after him on like pedo stuff. That's what he says he's doing.
Shitting and then shooting a dog with a Nerf gun.
It's a funny coincidence that the last time I reminded Mutahar about his own country's laws.
Well, you just said that was a real kid, and now you're going to Lolicon? This is why I won't touch this shit.
I think it's just showing Nux's odd pattern of behavior and like.
Yeah.
How?
See, I'd want to get this like, look, if Nick Andrews got him, he got him. But I wouldn't do it this way, because it's like, it's, I don't know.
In cartoon child porn with Nakstaku, not realizing that in Canada it fits under the legal definition of child porn.
Wait, you showed porn in those videos?
He tried to ignore it for months, but then Hassan Piker drew attention to my video. Mutahar panicked and he threw Naxtaku under the bus while obfuscating his own culpability. The hit piece didn't land, so they settled everything in private and still lie about what happened. Why did Mutahar make a 40-minute hit piece where he condemns someone over and over again? No reason. It was just a goof. And oopsie, he's not hiding anything. There was nothing incredibly immoral and disgusting that he was aware of and tolerated for years. Something he would condemn any other person for. But in this case, he swept it all away. They also were not the only ones who knew about it and stayed quiet. The truth will soon be revealed. Remember to subscribe to see it when it drops. Next time, things are gonna be a little bit different.
Threatening.
One more thing.
At least where I live, in the okay, I don't want to like dox myself through this.
As just a public service announcement, you shouldn't make it a habit of mentioning how far a certain location is from your house.
I actually called up a EB Games near my place, probably like minutes away.
Because of caption searches, every instance you've done it over the years can be found in seconds, giving potentially dangerous people the ability to triangulate the location of your house. Mutahar's fortunately only done it literally once, right after moving in.
That's a little creepy and unnecessary.
To his current house.
Now, of course, just to add further context, this house is like minutes away from the...
Now, I'm sure Mutahar's lying about the travel time estimate here, but just don't say anything like this. It sets a really bad example to other creators. You also shouldn't show a picture of yourself somewhere and forget to censor all the names of the stores, even when they are at an angle. I am not an IT guy, but I know how to do this.
GameStop and the Forbidden Switch too.
Oi! You have to pay for that, young man. I'm a fucking computer engineer. I don't care.
Yeah, that was a little weird. By the way, you're exhibiting some of the most obvious signs of unknown age I've ever seen. I know you've claimed you don't have... What? The only power I have is to give you... The power I have is one you give me to lie. By the way, you're exhibiting some of the most obvious signs of undiagnosed HD I've ever seen. I know you claim you don't have it in October of 2024, but I have reason to believe that wasn't something confirming by a doctor. I'm very certain you don't know what it is. Trust me, I'm an ADHD engineer. Well, guy knows how to make a point. Very simple, quick. This, I guess this is a joke. All right. Well, here's the thing. Whatever I do and don't like about the video, it definitely paints a picture of him being in a fucking glass of water. So,
glass of water who scratches his balls, does his job, and then plays video games.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll see what the other thing is. If it's too gross, I'm not doing it, but whatever. And I have no idea, like, some of the... And that was the stuff that he seemed to be really interested in when he called in. Get it right. I mean, that guy's got a lot of money. Maybe he doesn't. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe you're right. Dude, I'm fucking to you. Terrence Lorenz posts this video. Please unmute the audio. UK's...
Now, this is... Yeah.
Let me read it. The UK's new age verification laws prevent anyone under the age 18 from accessing information on Reddit from the Israeli war crimes. Another example is how the goal is to keep kids' safety online. Age verification law are really not only about censorship. Now, that statement alone, I don't care if she's crazy. I entirely agree with. I think that's a completely reasonable statement. As far as the war crimes, I mean, I'm sure there's a little more nuance. So maybe they want kids seeing, you know, Palestinian with their baby brains hanging out of their heads or something like that. Maybe there's more to it. But yeah, I have a huge problem with this stuff because it's not going to be used as it's intended, like most, you know, like federal power. So, but this is what she had to say. Here we go. I mean, this is bizarre. The music is cringe and shit. I probably got claimed. It's fucking unbelievably stupid. I don't know if she's wrong.
Why would Taylor Lorenz do this? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
She's my age, more than likely, and she wants to fit in terribly. We got nobody knows her age, right?
Well, this goes back to like her saying like young women when describing her denims and all of them.
Yeah. She's not young.
It's just like, why? What is the point in this? You're almost like between 30 and 40. That is the official age range of Wikipedia says.
She's at least 40. At least 40. 40-year-olds don't look like 40-year-olds 30, 40 years ago, dude. When you're 40 when I was a kid, you're grizzled. Not anymore. You know, you can look pretty good. She looks
it's just so fucking
40,
strange.
If she's 40, 45, maybe pushing 50, she looks great. All right? I do agree with her, though. You know what that is. It is a banger. But I'm totally against these fights. They're probably going to come to Germany. You know, it took me like, you know what a pain in the ass it was to get fucking registered for Poker Stars over here. Ugh, this is gonna be like to go to a fucking porn.
I could only imagine how horrible that is.
And that's what I think they'll do. So like, you know, they're like you got something political, and then you have to get age verified on this and this and this and that and the other thing, and then they'll hide behind. Oh,
they probably do it to Reddit. The reality is they probably do a lot of this to Reddit because it's like there's so much porn on Reddit as is that they might just consider it a porn site under their definition of the law.
I don't know. Well, whatever. Yeah, exactly. And so that you can't get all the other stuff there. And then here's another thing: are they monitoring what you're doing? Are they keeping a backlog? I mean, what the fuck? I don't know why anybody went for this shit. Now everybody keeps telling me nobody wanted this. It was both parties. They forced this upon us. Well, fight it. You know, get the government you deserve. You know, and if it happens in the fucking States and the Americans didn't fight it well enough, then great. I heard they're trying shit like this in Texas. You know, it's ridiculous. That is fucking funny. Oh, children can't get to my propaganda. But I mean, this thing, like, the idea of protect kids from porn. Oh, we're keeping them away from political content. Yeah, that's like the fear. Technology and online culture journalist.
I didn't realize she was from like the UK. I thought she was like from New York or some shit.
No, I think she is. She went to school over here or some poor shit like that. You know, culture issue. She's an attention whore. James Gunn reacts to Trisha Paytas' baby name Aquaman.
I don't know if you saw this, James, but influencer Trisha Paytas actually named her baby boy Aquaman.
I saw that, yes. I think that's cool. I mean, I hope he does okay in school.
That's what I was thinking.
I had a hard time with the last name of Gunn, like Tommy Gunn, BB Gunn, Ray Gunn. I'm like, okay, we get it. It's middle name Gary or something? Like
his name is Aquaman and then his surname. 2 last names, yes. I think it's pretty killer, I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Be killer, all right. Wait till he goes to school. Nick said something like, if you name your kid something like that, you should have to submit to some kind of bullying or something. I forget exactly what he said, but it's pretty funny. He should. He's right in theory.
I mean, are they going to call him AQ? What are they going to call him?
Oh, I would love to know the nickname. That I don't know. But
won't he get made fun of in school? Do kids make fun of kids anymore?
No.
He's gonna be
They'll
fine.
be fine.
Especially if he lives in New York, where I grew
No, you just pick on kids and then you say they're going to shoot up the school and then you get them in real. That's how they pick on it.
up. I don't know if you saw that.
That's pretty funny. All right. Lazy Shell is calling out YouTube for removing his parody video again. Unbelievable. Involving Hassan. This time it's for cyberbullying. It's probably his fans. I can't see.
Oh, it's absolutely his fans.
I'm sure it's not that. Lazy posted a clip of Hassan calling his work talented. And YouTube's own TS stating scripted satirical artistic performances are an exception. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, whatever. Let's hold on a second. Let's go to Lazy Shell. Let's see what they're about. Who is this weirdo? Dean Withers.
They're just kind of like one of those. Oh God, what were they called? Like Meat Canyon-esque kind of channels.
Sting. Yeah, he's making fun of what's his face. Well, it's just, this one's 1 minute.
Where people basically wear their bigotry and their stupidity as a badge of courage. Elon is still locked in, replying to my fucking stalker account.
Hassan Piker!
Elon Musk hitting with the fucking smiling, crying emoji.
Sleepy time.
That's crazy. This is the wealthiest person on the planet. And he is replying to my fucking stalker account.
I'm going to stalk him and become obsessed with him and wear his makeup.
On the social media platform that he owns, while also celebrating that the social media platform that he owns unironically has become a horrible place for back and forth and for politics.
You guys are being bad.
First, you perceive yourself as a victim for having abhorrent opinions about things.
I am an Islamist, fundamentalist, radical terrorist.
And then once like those abhorrent political opinions become the norm, we think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. In platforms like the ones that Elon Musk owns, where people basically wear their bigotry and their stupidity as a badge of courage.
I don't think it was that good, but shouldn't be banned for any stretch. Redonkulous. I guess this is it right here.
Well, this is Hassan saying that, like,
artist, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He is. I saw this and I was like, damn, this guy's actually not a bad artist at all. I suspect that they probably have like dog shit politics, but he doesn't agree with me on my
the classic Hassan.
You know, but yeah, you should be able to laugh at yourself. And yeah, I have a tiny head, you know.
Was he on crack? What the fuck's wrong with him? That's the right way to handle it. You know. Say the scripted performance of exception. Yeah, I hope he gets it. I guess he got the video back. We just watched it, I think. It's probably well, maybe that's what he did. He watched it so they'd go after it. Whatever. I don't know anything about Brad Taste.
A music review YouTuber Brad Taste in Music put out a video on his channel titled SI, where in it he explains
Bad taste in shampoo. That guy's hair.
A wild story about what's been happening between him and his ex-fiance for the past year. In the video, Brad brings up that him and his ex Tina would get in fights all the time, one of them getting so bad that the police were called and Brad was actually arrested for domestic violence, causing their split. Along with this, he alleges that his ex actually recorded one of his episodes and sent it around to people. Now, Tina responded to this situation in streamers' chats and on Twitter, and she provided her own accounts of the story, instead saying that what she has on Brad would be career-ending, but she's holding her tongue because she wants him to get better. And Brad responded to this by deleting his original 30-minute.
That's called a chick having you by the balls.
Video, posting a 2-minute apology saying that he's going to be taking a break for a year, and now he's also deleted that one as well. Welcome to the internet versus Brad Taste. It starts when In My Tiny Pants tweets out this clip from Brad's now deleted video with a caption, "How is this a real person?"
It's one thing like losing your partner. It's another thing like with losing hive mind. Like the fact that like these two things were so connected.
What? This guy's on drugs.
I almost myself
gave
over.
that away.
Like, I had this and I had pills.
And there's an archive upload linked in the description if you want to watch the whole thing. But Small Ferret replies, he's close to lolcow tier.
Working on it.
And In My Tiny Pants says he's been lolcow tier. Contra replies, used to love his content. It's sad to see him go out like this. And all of this could have been avoided if he stood his ground and didn't give in to the controversies. And In My Tiny Pants says, I've liked a few of his videos, but he's obviously extremely mentally unwell and shouldn't be a public figure. Young Paradigm Shoddy replies the clip by saying, I haven't seen a better compelling argument against weed addiction than this guy. And the Baby Eater replies, this isn't a weed addiction. He was always like this. Weed doesn't make you act abusive like that. And Young says, it at least was responsible for the impulsivity factor that is
I like all these fucking expert on narcotics talking on Twitter.
led him up to this point, albeit indirectly. Off Leather Wings replies, I remember when the most controversial thing about him was he didn't like 21 Pilots and My Chemical Romance. Nikki Makes Videos replies,
right about My Chemical Romance.
This clip from Brad in the video.
I saw this with my own 2 eyes in nature, a bee being carried by an ant down a line. All right?
And Hey replies,
What?
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't hate him. And Nikki says he went to jail for DA. Do you know how hard it is to go to jail for that? And that's
easy if you're a guy. Get the fuck out of here.
And S. Ricky replies, craziest part of the whole vid is him confirming that he was arrested for DV and just doesn't comment on it apart from that. No denial or anything. Squiddy replies, I can handle losing a partner. I cannot handle losing Riley and Grant Hivemind. Then over on r/Brad Taste in Music, Mimsy Mimsum posts these screenshots with the caption, Tina commenting on the latest video. And for context, Tina is Brad's ex, and she's replying to someone named Jackson Ranger saying, thank God there's some people in these comments who understand. And then replies to Ringer saying, yeah, the last part. I never came out with anything because I just wanted peace. I wanted to move on and heal from the trauma. I didn't want to rehash it all.
Doing it right now, sweetheart.
I have no idea why he'd go public with all of this because I've been biting my tongue, and everyone who actually knows my side of the story knows it would be career-ending bad for him if I shared it. Even after everything I went through, I didn't want to air it out publicly and make rehabilitation even harder for him. I still don't want to have to do that. I'm in a much better spot in life now, but the result of this video just feels so unjust and very triggering.
Uh-oh, look out there, Brad! Look out! Jesus.
And OP continues their post. Tina's comments are implying Brad wasn't being completely transparent, and to be honest, the way he talked about her in the DV situation was so strange. And Fun Veterinarian replies to this screenshot in the caption another comment where Tina says, you sure you want to do this, bud?
How do you get better from beating your fucking partner? That's what I want to know. Like what? You have to take a class? Don't beat your partner? Oh? I mean, like, you gotta get anger. Like, how do you get cured of that? Probably go to jail. And if that doesn't work, then it was never going to work to begin with. You know?
And Inside Jokes replies, please set the record straight and don't be condescending or hateful about it. Don't use this as a way to destroy him. Use this as a way to defend yourself. Normal Type Fella replies, I can't speak to if what she is saying is true, but I agree that releasing this video seemed like a terrible idea, and I was kind of surprised at the amount of support. Literally every minute I was just going, why would you ever say this?
Girlfriend.
Why? Like, just airing out so much stuff when the point of the video is that he was in a better place now, and what that could mean.
That bitch gonna drop whatever she's got. I guarantee it. It's very triggering.
And for his content without making promises, none of that needed the details about his relationship or Hivemind. Like, recounting fights you had with your ex like that feels so weird as a viewer. I think confessing and telling the whole story.
Hold on a second. Did I put this on? Hold on a second. Yeah, I did. All right. Back to the video.
Can feel satisfying, and everyone should have someone to confide in. Your entire viewer base should not be.
Actually, it sounds like me. Like, she's annoying. You know, sounds like it kind of worked out for you. What a pain in the ass. Could have fucking dangle that shit in front of you the rest of your career.
That. NOP replies, true. I think the way Brad went about this was honestly a regression in maturity.
A regression in maturity. That fucking
Really Constant replies, I think Brad still needs time away to reflect since it sounds like a traumatic situation for both of them. I went through the lowest point of my life and it caused damage to someone I was close to at the time. It took me well over a year to properly understand what I did wrong and reflect.
Hey, what do you tell a woman with 2 black eyes?
What?
Nothing. You told her twice already.
And heal from it. Dry Kaleidoscope replies, even if she's telling the truth, unless she's got proof, I'm sticking to Brad's version of the story. Switching sides on a dime like this feels very dirty and scummy, especially considering I've stuck with him this far, as the similar thoughts to his were spinning in my head at the time he was going through shit. And OP says, so even if Brad has openly admitted to being a bad partner, and Tina could have been seriously abused by him, you would take his side? Fuck all the way off. And Voices of Bashar says, can't wait for Tina to actually tell her story and all the Brad.
Oh, she will. She will.
Switch up and pretend they believed her the whole time. In reply, Impossible says, abused her how though? They were abusive to each other, no doubt. But why infantilize?
Oh, Jesus, I can't take any of this shit. Done. Well, go look into it if you want to. Don't come to me. A quick update on ViewCats. We have terms and tech dedicated to ensuring the views that show up on the channel reflect actual viewership and aren't artificially inflated in any way. Ultimately, metrics on Twitch represent the real growing communities that show, and you could buy them too, and participate in the channels. We regularly update detection tools and methods. Recently made changes to meaningful, improve our ability to identify view bots, inauthentic viewerships, and potentially fake engagements. These changes will roll out for the next few weeks. So if your channel is view botted, some of your viewers are artificially inflated. And we'll see an impact on your channel's ViewCat. It all means the third-party sites that publish unverified Twitch accounts are going to see changes in data over time. Recognize view botting can be out of the streamer's control. Yeah. In making these changes, our goal is to improve the experiences for both streamers and viewers. Ooh, do better. Rest in peace. Kick. Authenticity. Yeah, I guess Kick's always getting fucking... They're probably doing it too.
Yeah, I've always kind of wondered if Twitch fudges the numbers for some of their bigger guys.
Me too. Yes and no. My cameraman murdered his family by dad.
Welcome to a different video. I feel like I say that a lot now. You may be familiar with my Grave Stories series where I cover dark and spooky things, true crime, ghost stuff. I was a former grave.
He looks like the guy they're looking for. You know,
digger, kind of fascinated with spooky, scary stories. This is, I don't even know if I can categorize this as that. This is a very sad, dark story, and it's different this time because this time it involves someone I knew, someone I worked with.
Shut up! I know a guy that fucking killed a dude in South Africa. He faked his own death and he killed somebody. He's in a South African prison for the rest of his life now, and he won't say who he killed. I don't think he's ever came up with who he actually clipped. Did I ever show you that? One of me and Dave Sargent's?
No.
Yeah, he's like, I knew him. I liked him too. But there was one time where I saw the face. I saw the mask lift. They gave him a job where he was responsible for stuff he couldn't, I possibly be responsible for. Like, all it would take for one of us just to make a mistake, and he could be seriously troubled. He was like weeks away from it, like this tour, and then he had to retire. And he was really nice to us when we first started doing the detail. He's letting us go early. He was like, don't break your back. Let's get through this together. It's hot out here. This is in Iraq. It's hot out here. And then he had to seal the stuff that we were looking at. And if we missed one fucking thing, let me give you an idea what we were looking for, right? We did this with Virginia National Guard. We had to check their stuff before they moved out. In the time that Iraq became their own sort of sovereign state, even though we were still there, they made it illegal to own pornography, right? Well, what do soldiers' wives send them when they're downrange? titty pictures, sometimes pussy pictures, sometimes, you know, revealing pictures. Yeah. So they had us. I felt like such a fucking traitor too, because it's turned out it was just certain few things, but then it was like written material, nude socks and baby wipes. All right, yeah, and then we'd have to take away their fucking wives' pictures. Yeah, some of those pictures were like keeping them, you know, nude socks and baby wipes. And well, it dawned on him he had to put these in a Connex box and then seal it. And if they found one thing in there, it was his ass. You know, or at least that's what they told him. So we got really on edge. And I said, you know, Sergeant such and such, what's going on? He just gave me like the look of death. I'm like, oh. Dave had an experience with him too. They were playing chess, and I guess I hung his queen or some shit like that. And then he said this, like his eyes rolled in the back of his fucking head. You know, he's like, hey man, it's just a game. Well, this guy left the army. He moved to South Africa. He killed somebody, threw him in a car, lit the car on fire, right? And then he was dead. And then we all got the news. Like I was still in the army. Like Sergeant such and such was dead. And
holy moly! Yeah.
Then they arrested his wife, who was in the Air Force, and then she gave him up, and he was still alive, and he went to trial. Yeah. I don't think he ever named who he killed. And he killed some black guy. You know, Sergeant R. Yeah, I'm serious. No, it's serious. Yes, Dave. Dave knows about it. Weird. That was a weird thing. We both were friendly with him, and we both liked him, and we both had a chilling experience with him. It was very. And then here's the best part: me and Dave didn't know each other at all when these experiences happened. Somebody killed because
that's
yeah. So we were talking. I was like, yeah, he did that too. It was crazy. His eyes rolled back in his fucking head or whatever the fuck it was. You know. Yeah. So I think that's kind of what we're going to be dealing with in this video.
I don't even know how I'm going to get into this, but I guess here we go. This is.
Oh, I think you'll find a way, Dad.
A man I knew who murdered his family.
Uh-oh. Should have paid him more, you asshole. Oh, this is going to be like all the dirty crime shit we do on the after show. I say things in there that I would never say here, and
I don't really have a script for this episode. I'm just going to tell you the events as they happened and as I know them to have happened. So here we go. Sam Haskell was a man that I worked with over the years. You've seen the videos I've done.
I think Dave is friends with a guy who did a mass shooting too. I forgot that whole story. He like went in he shot a bunch. He's in fucking Leavenworth now.
With him, my Stupid Idiot series where I was at the school.
Yeah. We knew a lot of crazy fucking people. I knew a guy who fucking tried to steal an airplane when I was here. You know,
as a gym teacher,
not a military airplane, because he's gonna do it time. He's gonna try to take his family and fly over the Atlantic with his fucking plane.
My Skittles commercial where I was a spokesperson for Skittles. He's actually in my Keith Abacary Ninja Turtles music video. We dressed him up as Dolph Ziggler because he had blonde hair. So Sam was the guy who owned a Red camera. When I made stuff with Maker Studios,
this guy's younger than me, right? Yeah.
I had a producer, and Maker Studios had like DPs and just like this whole crew of everyone that would film videos for YouTubers, and I was one of those YouTubers. Sam was the guy who owned the camera and would rent it to the team of people to film these videos, and he always came with the camera. He wanted to be, he was a DP, but he never really filmed the videos. There's always another DP that filmed it. Sam would just get like paid for the camera. He didn't even have to be there, but he always was there, especially on my shoots. He was a fan of mine. He used to talk to me all the time. He loved video games. He liked Keith Abacary. So he'd always be around. So I knew
you should have fucking known better, you dickhead.
Basically as like the camera guy. He was a unique guy. He was a little different. For example, there was a time where my friend Paul and I, who directed a lot of the videos I did, Paul and I went to his house to pick up footage from a video we shot. We went there to his house, and the house was like really big. It was like a mansion basically. And the room we went into was just completely empty. Like this big mansion with no furniture in it besides one desk with a
cool
computer and his Red plugged into it where he dumped the footage and he would process the Red camera footage. And there was like nothing else in the room. And Paul and I were like, what the heck? What is this so strange? He grew up in the entertainment industry. His dad was a really big agent. And that's what we assumed that's where the money came from for the house and how he got his Red camera. One interesting story I have about Sam was a time he asked me to come and be in a short film. It was either a short film or like someone, they were filming a
horror movie.
TV pilot and they wanted to show it to a network, so they're shooting an episode. I went to this location in Tarzana where Sam was filming this like project for these two people. It was a guy and a girl. They had written it and they were directing it, and they just needed me to do like a small part where I was wearing like a bunch of casts. Sam wanted to elaborate on my part because he was like a fan of mine. He's like, no, dude, this is too small of a part for you. You need to do something bigger in this. And then I remember the people walking away because he had a conversation with them that I couldn't really hear. And they walked inside, and then he said to me, I just told them I'm not filming the rest of their thing unless they give you like some more lines and stuff. And then they went inside to be like, what the heck do we do? This guy's like, this cameraman's hijacking our project. And I was like, oh my God, dude. But eventually I went inside and they got the shot they needed of a guy laying in a bed. And they just needed a shot of me like laying in a bed like this with a bunch of casts on. And that was pretty much all they needed. And he came about this whole other thing. So like we got everything done. And
it's pretty funny. This guy just goes in there and says, my guy isn't going to do anything unless you fucking do it. And he's like, it's totally unnecessary.
And I left, and the people I could tell, like, they were like, this is going to be hard to get through this. Because the guy's basically saying, I'm not going to film it for you unless you do what I want. He was trying to, like, direct it. So that was
the last time working there. Huh?
Awkward, and that was weird. And this is, like, one of my few experiences with him, because I'd only see him on set when we'd be filming my videos, and he would tell me how much he liked Keith. That was the time I like really worked with him alone without anyone else around. So that's pretty much
a bitch about his wife, like constantly.
my experience with Sam. And I stopped working with him and seeing him when Maker Studios shut down long ago. So I hadn't thought of this guy in like 8 to 10 years. And then my mom in November of 2023 texts me and says, hey, do you know this guy? And it was like some news link of like NBC News or whatever, something from Boston. My mom's in Massachusetts and she's watching the news. And she asked me if I knew there was a story about some guy in Los Angeles and some crime happened. And that's what I see as I'm filming a short film. And I was like reading it as I was like on this set. I was like, Mom, why would you assume I'm just going to know some random person in a news article in Los Angeles? And then I'm reading it and it says Sam Haskell. And I was like, oh my God, I do know this person. And I texted my mom back. I was like, yeah, I do know this person.
Hold on a second. Like Eddie Haskell? Leave it to Beaver? There's a deep cut. Hold on a second. Check this out. Sam Haskell? Let's see. We found a human head. Oh, wow. Court TV. Only 2 months ago. Hollywood brat dismembered his wife and signed an agent fed it. What? Who's not going to claim me? All right, let's try. Here we go.
A man accused of killing and dismembering his wife and then murdering his parents has died behind bars. The LA County Sheriff's Department says 37-year-old Samuel.
Oh, he just died. That's why. What's his name is? That's why he's talking about it. The guy just dropped dead.
Haskell died in custody. LA County District Attorney Nathan Hochman says Haskell died by suicide. Haskell was set to appear in court this morning to face 3 counts of murder in the deaths of his wife and her parents. And his attorney told TMZ he had plans to enter into a plea agreement with prosecutors.
For what? For what? He killed 3 people. Give him the fucking.
Maybe to not get the death penalty.
What's he gonna play? Oh yeah, maybe that was it. Yeah. Who's he? Is he gonna give up a mob boss? You know, like, okay, yeah, I guess you're right.
That's what Koberger just did, so anything's possible.
JFA says he went out like a bitch.
He tossed his wife's dismembered body parts into an Encino dumpster. His parents' remains have not been found.
Well, he did half a good job. Okay, now we got the whole thing.
This is so bizarre. And it's saying how
Heart
Sam
on the river.
allegedly at this
Oh my
point murdered his wife, and then her mother and her father, so his in-laws, in Tarzana, which is here in LA, and then chopped them up and put them in bags, and then had day laborers come to the house to take the bags and throw them away in dumpsters.
These day laborers, the workers that we tracked down today, say on Tuesday afternoon they were paid $500 to collect.
I thought it was a lot of money, man, but it smelled funny. But you know, I could use the money.
Some trash bags from the home of the man who's now in jail and accused of murder. The man
Day
told
laborers, illegals.
the workers they were full of rocks.
Well, it ain't the funny. It ain't the first time I had to throw out a smelly bag. You know, I don't look inside. I just like, you got your money? Okay, I'll throw your bag out.
The workers say when they picked them up, it felt like there was meat inside.
I don't know why I find this funny. Yeah. Hey, Jose, this is a bag if you're funny. You know? Come here, feel this. All right, we gotta go. It's $500.
Day laborers told us a chilling story.
Yeah, there they are.
Of being hired Tuesday afternoon by a man we now know was Sam Haskell and asked
That guy is creepy looking, man.
to haul away 3 large trash bags from inside the garage at Haskell's home on Coldstream
Hey guys, fuck Trump, by the way. Come here. You help me.
Terrace in Tarzana. They say they saw
Look at
human
Weird Red
body
Liquid
parts
Man.
Yeah.
inside one
He just thought it
bag,
was cranberry
including a
juice.
belly button. They say they
The thing is, like, it's perfect to take day laborers because, like, let's say they got a Tim's. Like, yeah, man, I think there's a body here, man. What we gonna do? We gonna go to the police, get deported? This is fucking Trump, man. Okay, let's throw it the fuck out. Get the money. I don't blame him.
took
He
the
didn't show
bags
it to him.
right back to Haskell, left them on the driveway, returned his money, and drove immediately to the police. Haskell was arrested Wednesday
Afternoon from Alaska. Wow.
after the dismembered torso of a woman was found in what police say
Everybody I ever met from Alaska was an asshole.
was one of those trash bags in a bin in a parking lot in Encino.
You don't know where Anchorage is? No, I don't.
Police then searched Haskell's home, and law enforcement sources have told the I-Team they found a lot of blood and evidence inside that suggests the home was the scene of a murder. He's being held in lieu of $2 million bail on suspicion of murder. No criminal charges have been filed yet, but he's expected to make an initial court appearance Monday morning.
They went to a police station.
I didn't do it.
And told the cops what happened. And the cops said, we can't do anything. You have to go to another police department. The guys were shocked. And then they go to another police department, which was the highway patrol, I think. And they said, we can't do anything for you. You have to call 911. It's like, what the heck? You're reporting a murder and the cops are just like, yeah, go somewhere else. This is insane to me. So then finally, the guys called 911. And these guys were freaking out too because they thought this guy, now he's seen them, he's going to come for them, he's going to try to kill them. So these guys call 911, they report it, and eventually the cops come out to the house. And I think by...
Oh, so wait a minute. The day laborers, like, they snitched. Oh, good for them.
At this point, Sam had then taken the bags himself and dumped them in a dumpster.
And he's doing it in a white shirt.
Yeah.
I just saw that.
Yeah. Probably threw it on when he fucking... after he got out of the shower.
And it wasn't until later when a person was rummaging through the dumpsters somewhere in LA, and they opened up a bag and they found a limb in the dumpster. And then
it's a wing, right, Henry? Henry, it's a wing. My mother will make you pork. fucking scene from Goodfellas.
He called the cops, and the cops came, investigated the dumpster. Then the cops went to Sam's place,
Henry.
investigated in his place, and then they found all the bags of body parts in different dumpsters around LA. Yuck. And then Sam was arrested.
Tarzana man is in jail on murder charges following the disappearances of his wife and in-laws. All 3 bodies are still unaccounted for.
Mei Li, her mom and stepdad, who are all unaccounted for tonight, are all originally from China. In fact, they only have one family member who lives here in the United States.
A fucking Asian wife, and he fucked that up. Asians are great. Best lovers in the world.
And with help from a translator, we spoke with him today about their traumatizing disappearance. On November 8th, someone found a woman's torso in a trash bag in Encino, and video linked that discovery to Sam Haskell's home in Tarzana. Hours later, police said Haskell's wife, Mei, her mom, Yan Cheng Wang, and stepdad, Gao Shan Li, were missing.
That reminds me of something. You know what it reminds me of?
I think I know exactly what you're about to pull up. Yep. Yep.
I think everybody in the audience is thinking the same.
Coroner is still trying to determine the cause of death and whether she was already dead when the truck hit her. We have new information now also on the plane crash. KTVU has just learned the names of the 4 pilots who were on board the flight. They are Captain Sum Ting Wong, Wee Tu Lo, Ho Li Fook, and Bang Ding Ao.
Law enforcement sources told the I-Team officers searched Haskell's home and found a lot of blood and evidence inside that suggests it was the scene of a murder. Haskell's
terrible.
wife, Mei, is missing, along with her parents seen in photos from the LAPD.
It was when Sam was arrested that I found out about this through the news article my mom sent me. And I texted immediately the producer I worked with at Maker, a bunch of other people, camera people, and people who knew Sam. And I was like, are you guys seeing this? Have you seen this? And most of them hadn't seen it at that point. It was just like, it didn't feel real. It's so strange that it's so weird. It's just like, this isn't a real thing. This is,
You know, it's funny. It's just a completely normal reaction and everything. After I was in the military, I really fucking got, this aggravated me. Yeah, it's so real. No shit, after you know a few guys that die over there and stuff, it's like, yeah, man, that's just real over there in Iraq. Yeah, it is. So whenever I hear people, this is me being fucking desensitized and then getting irritated that other people aren't as desensitized as I am. And it's not a good, any ex-soldiers out there, if you've seen some shit, and I haven't, but there's so much fucking death that you just kind of it's not as difficult to deal with. And maybe Vega can back me up on this, but if you see some shit, when you see people acting like this, don't say, hey, stop being a pussy. That's life, bro. Don't do that. That's all I'm saying. If you've been through some shit too, don't do this to people. But I do. I watch him it's so real, man. I was like, of course it fucking is. There's 3 people dead, you asshole. You get numb to it a little bit, but don't get get numb. Just don't get judgmental of other people. That's all I'm saying.
the movies and this guy that we all worked with, and we all had fond memories. This is one of the best days of my life, filming these videos, and then to hear oh, that person then ended the 3 lives. It was just, I couldn't believe it. So I had to talk.
It drives me crazy to hear that person, somebody I knew. Yeah, motherfucker. It makes me nuts, and it shouldn't, because that's not normal. It's normal. Done it, still do it, we'll continue to do it. So Megan knows what I'm talking about. It's not right, Megan. These people, they haven't experienced that shit, and thank God they haven't. But it doesn't. It's oh wow, man, shit got real over there. Of course, it's a fucking war.
Talk to them. It's this is real, right? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. And to have them react to it helped me understand that this really did happen, and this is strange. I thought about it earlier this year. I was like, I wonder what's
I want to make this clear. The fact that he is not looking at it that way and not like the way I'm looking at it, because I have to deal with it in all sorts of fucked up ways, makes him healthier than me. I'll probably deal with the crisis better, but it's good that he feels that way. That it means he hasn't experienced a lot of tragedy, and I hope people don't experience much tragedy.
Going on with that, and there was no updates until a few days ago. Paul, my director friend who went over to get footage with me that one time, sent me a new link that says Sam Haskell dies in prison from a self-end.
A Tarzana man accused of a triple murder has died in jail. Deputies say Samuel Haskell was found at the Twin Towers Correctional Facility just after 4 a.m. Saturday.
He was charged with the disappearance of his wife and parents. Investigators say he dumped dismembered body parts in an Encino trash bin.
As for a motive, Hochman says Haskell had been having an affair with a 27-year-old woman. But his suicide means the world will never find out the reason for such a heinous crime.
Now no one knows why he did it.
Who cares?
And they also have still not found the
motives are for fucking detectives. In fact, that'd be the only reason to care, is to find fucking those poor people.
Remains of the parents. Apparently, it's only his wife they have found. They had 3 kids. The 3 kids are with other.
Hey, where's my fucking? How dare you, chat viewer? I hate that. How dare you, chat viewer? It's so real. Like, you're working with this guy, and I found I murdered somebody. I was like, oh my God, this guy like murdered somebody. You're not supposed to do that, fucking fake.
Family members. And I've just been thinking about this constantly. It's so morbid and depressing and sad. I can't even imagine what their kids are going through.
I bet it's not fun.
Both of their parents are gone. I mean, who cares about him? But this poor woman and her parents. So
yeah,
now
like,
he's gone.
Old dad hasn't experienced much tragedy. Or he's fucking just getting a YouTube video out of it.
There will never be the answers that her family was hoping for. He basically gets away with it.
Yep.
Thinking about things that happened in the past and
sometimes the bad guys win. That drives me fucking berserk too. Like, oh no, it's not an episode of CSI. No shit, motherfucker. Like, yeah. There's a trail of serial killer victims and nobody knows who the fuck did it. And I'm shocked, and I don't want to seem like I get it. I get where he's coming from, right? I was this guy at one time, you know, but it's very difficult for me to listen to this and not say, no shit, motherfucker. You know?
He was some type of a sociopath because he didn't really have too many emotions. It was kind of just like he was always like this, and he talked like this, and he was like, yeah, and it was just everything. When he was excited, he'd be like, yeah, that's really cool. And he'd be mad, he'd be like, no, I'm not gonna do that. It was like there was almost no emotion. And now you'd think like, oh, that's a sociopath, knowing what he's done. But beforehand, you don't want to judge someone. I just wish we could have known he was such an evil monster. Or maybe he wasn't then. Maybe something happened to him. He's a monster now. He ended up being a monster and being the biggest villain I've ever encountered in my entire life. And this poor woman and her parents fell victim of it. I wish there was a way someone could have warned them. But now I'm just talking.
I got news for you. If somebody did, you wouldn't have listened. I always said if there was a guy that is actually psychic, he'd be fucking like drawn and quartered in public, even in the modern day. Because he'd be driving everybody crazy. Oh, no, I can see this is what's going to happen. No, it isn't. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Believe me.
Fucking fantasy. So anyway, this could help raise awareness.
For what? Fucking killing fucking 3 people?
For mental health.
Yo, Tommy.
Yo, what? You know what I'm talking about?
What's up?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I wanted to clarify. The only reason why I think anyway, I say it, and like, you know how people are like, oh man, you've been in a war, nobody talks about it. It's like, dude, fuck that, dude.
Yeah,
Talk
yeah.
about that shit.
Well,
Fucking
yeah, well,
everybody's walking.
You are a little different. My uncle didn't say a goddamn thing about Vietnam, and I know he was in the shit. Like, not a goddamn thing. I asked him before, like, can you give me some advice before you go? Yeah, like, don't let the black kids beat you up. That was my advice. Okay, thanks.
Well, the only thing is you could tell it's like this dude, right? And I think everybody, this is Dad, right?
Yeah,
they told me about
this
him
is
on the
Dad.
last podcast.
This is Dad, yeah.
Yeah, so they tell me he's a cool dude and everything like
I'm
that.
sure he is.
But the only reason why people are walking around doing whatever they want or they're shocked at any kind of whatever the fuck because they're not exposed to it.
No.
At least if you talk about it, they understand that stuff is out there and people that they know have gone through that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it gives them a step back to be like, oh fuck. All right. Well, that stuff's a little closer to me than I thought it was.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only reason why, you know?
You're right. If you're comfortable doing it, I think it's good to share your stories, especially stuff like that. And it's not good to fucking do what I just did and judge him. You know, it's kind of wrong. It's kind of wrong. You know, like, yeah.
You don't think it would give Dad like a little step to be like, you know, to give him that pause to be like, yeah, maybe I have kind of not lived that kind of life to the point where I'm so shocked that I had to make a video. It's
no,
like,
but maybe he's learning now. You know what I mean? Maybe maybe he's just learning now. I mean, I do get the feeling like when I was in Benning, there was a TV show. It didn't last. It was about Iraq. It was called Over There, right? And I don't know how good. I think Sticky Fingers from Onyx was in it. You know, but yeah. I did, and this is before I went over there. I did start to realize by sitting in Benning, you know, and now being, you know, in the Army a good 6 months, these people don't know these kids at all. They don't know like what they're about, why they join. It's all different reasons, and there does seem to be, I feel like everything's just as long as it's over there. And I really, the show is terrible, but the phrase of the title always kind of stuck with me because, you know, when I came back and I started, you know, people I could tell were Germans, and like you would have thought I had like lobsters crawling out of my eyes, like talking about just the little that I experienced and the stories I heard, and they were really uncomfortable with it. You know, they didn't like it.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, I think it's like my wife cannot figure out why I watch crime. It's like, why would you watch that? It's terrible. You know.
Damn, that's the opposite over here.
Yeah. Oh no. You like, if I can say, yeah, I know somebody killed somebody. You're like, oh, tell me all about it. You know, it's different.
Dude, all you gotta do is scroll through Twitter, Instagram, whatever. You'll see somebody down the street getting murdered. Bro.
Yeah, sure, for real. You know, but yeah, so it's tough for me. But I think it's nice to know that he's never had to deal with something like this, and this is really tragic. You know.
Yeah, that is a good thing. Yeah,
it is a good thing. You know, and I shouldn't pass judgment on him, but it is like, yeah, people get murdered, and there's wars that take place, and there's stuff like that. It's like the fact. I think veterans would get better fucking not respect because it's still pretty good in that department, at least when I was in. But I think they'd probably get more support if the public wasn't so away from their sort of tragedy. They seem to be sort of isolated from it. And some of that is the troops themselves not talking about it, like you said, you know.
And a lot of it is about design.
Yeah. It's like there's two different fucking worlds, you know.
Yeah, when people are like, why do we have to go over there? And it's just like, well, do you like your like your life?
Yeah.
You like how you're living right now, buddy?
That's the way I see it. But
it's unfortunate, but that's what it is.
I remember that one guy, you kind of put him in the shape, and there's nothing wrong with being against fucking Trump. I'm not like, I forget what it is. Like he was a YouTuber and it was like, oh, that's it. And because like Trump had killed that vicious, terrible Iranian general who was in Baghdad, like he wasn't supposed to be. And like, this is colonization, and this is the beginning of World War III, and it's happening right now, and it's all because of Trump, and all these people, and then you just fucking put him in line. It's like, and he's like, excuse me, a combat veteran here. Everything you're saying is utter bullshit. And he's like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I think that in some ways, he's the guy I used to call a cocksucker. What was his name?
Oh, I don't know.
I can't remember. Help me out, chat. Chat. Who's the guy I used to call like that cocksucker? What's his name? I forget his name. Oh, I totally fucking forgot because that was important. I don't fucking care. It's not that good.
I wish I knew, bro. I'd help you out.
Me too. Me too. Let's watch the end of Dad here. Hold on.
And I really, really hope people out there who are having any struggle with anything, some emotional imbalance or sadness or anger.
Because I'm going to kill my fucking mother-in-law too.
Like, you're allowed to talk to people about it. You don't have to feel like you're a bad person or something's wrong with you if you don't feel right.
I don't
because
feel
this Sam clearly was.
I love this guy thinks it's just like the guy. He just should have talked a little more. Killed 3 people and cut their heads off and chopped them.
Oh, he was talking about that guy?
Yeah, he's like, well, this wasn't a mental illness type thing.
Struggling with something. If he had talked to someone, this might not have happened. So I would really like to encourage and promote the idea.
You know, Doc, I was thinking about killing my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, and my wife, and I was sitting there talking about stuff, and I realized that's not the way to go. I'm sorry, I don't think things work that way.
Of talking about your feelings and what's going on in your head, no matter what.
I mean, he should, I guess, but
it's an incredibly
something tells me he wasn't going to help this guy one iota. You know,
story, and really strange when it's someone you hung
maybe
out.
if Hitler just talked about like his hatred and got it out in the open. You know,
didn't they say they didn't know?
Take care of yourself.
Why he killed them people?
No, nobody knows.
Oh,
it just looks like he snapped. No, he killed his parents too. No, Jesus Christ. No, he should, if there's a hell, he should be there.
I don't know if a talk's gonna help there, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know if a chit chat's gonna end that situation.
Tell us about your mother. What's your relationship like? I don't know.
He gets up and walks out and goes straight for the murder.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Here's what I get. It's something wrong.
And the cause of death and whether she was already dead when the truck hit her. We have new information.
Asian people had a rough day on this one.
Now, also on the plane crash, KTVU has just learned the names of the 4 pilots who were on board the flight. They are Captain Sum Ting Wong, Wee Tu Lo, Ho Lee Fook, and Bang Ding Ao.
Bang Ding Ao.
I don't know if I remember ever seeing this, dude.
Oh, it was fucking terribly funny. You know, it's really
dude, I had you on my desk. I was doing some paper shit.
Yeah,
I had you on my phone in the desk, and that shit was going out loud. And I was like, "What the fuck is that? Is that real?"
Yeah, watch this part. I didn't play.
Investigating.
Oh no, Looney Tunes. Here's they make it. What's really funny is the apology.
So they got trolled.
Yeah, they got trolled. They had to admit they get trolled. That's the best part.
How did they not read that out loud before putting that on it?
Bang, ding,
no way, yo. I just would not have ran it.
We too low. Yeah, I would like. I think this is bullshit.
Holy fuck!
Well, you know the Howard Stern. That guy. He used to. What's his name? Fucking guy from Pennsylvania. He called up pretending to be my General Hurling, to Fox News. They fucking fell for it. Well, he just went on and said, "I'm General fucking Mark Hurling." And like, okay, I'll put you right through. And he's like, Howard Stern's penis.
Yeah, BG Coombe. Remember
I know. They all fucking. Yeah. Jesse Waters got owned. That was BG Coombe. That's right. I love that. And these, some of the people on Fox News are ridiculous. This is like the greatest fucking thing of all time. Something wrong.
Angry anti-Trump protesters demanding, quote, the Trump-Pence regime must go across the country this weekend. Here in New York.
First of all, he's got a pink fucking shirt with that tie. It looks ridiculous.
Group started at Trump Tower, although the president isn't even there. The protesters are part of a group called Antifa, short for anti-fascism. Recently, in an open letter published on the anarchist website called It's Going Down, an Antifa member calls for Americans to get violent in order to oust President Trump. The author writes, it is time for liberals and progressives to lose their illusions about the anarchist movement and our tactics, because, quite frankly, you have no one else willing to fight for you.
Destiny 2017.
Kevin, who doesn't want to give his last name, represents the Antifa branch of Boston.
Boston.
Claims you wrote that.
He's like a fucking hillbilly. He's got a picture of Marx behind him.
Dude, last time I kicked it, guys, that's the homie right there. Last time I kicked it with him, the last time I kicked it with him, he was fucking he was sporting. You remember Shawn Michaels in wrestling? Like, the way he looked like in the 80s from those videos?
Yeah.
Where he's got like the earring with the cross and he got a mullet. That's what he looked like. Last time I seen him, I was like, what the fuck?
Really?
What is it? I thought he had something cooking, bro. So I don't know.
Yeah. Cool, could be.
Now via Skype. So Kevin, why don't you want us to use your last name? What are you afraid of?
You see what happened with CNN? They basically doxed that guy that made that GIF.
So you're afraid if your name is out there, people are going to come to your house?
Of course.
Okay.
Just
let me ask you something quick.
He's got the bandana on and shit.
Because you told this to our
like, why does he tip you off? Like he's got to wear it.
Producer, you said if violence is what it takes to bring about our goals, so be it. What do you mean by that?
Okay, you're kind
of self-explanatory, isn't it, Jesse?
My words out of context there.
Well, what did you say?
Just a second now, you claimed that I'm promoting violence. We only want violence and self-defense from aggression by these racists and xenophobes that come and attack us at our peaceful protests.
He sounds like he's talking about him for real.
Who's been attacking you guys?
Racists, mostly. The racist
Klan members have been attacking you guys?
Right-wing Trump supporters. Klan members fall under that category.
Okay, so how do you know they're racist if they're Trump supporters?
Because Trump himself is racist. He started his campaign on racism.
Yeah, because we're looking at some video right now. I don't know if you can see it, but we don't see a lot of hand-to-hand comment. We just
he was really funny. He's like, yeah, there I am.
see a lot of your crew smashing windows and lighting things on fire. How is that self-defense?
No, I can't see any video. I just got a blank screen here.
Okay, well, you got to take my word for it. Are you familiar with the violent actions that your group has perpetrated?
You got to take my word for it. It is in self-defense against right.
That was a good answer. You got to take my word. I got to take my word for it, motherfucker.
Yeah, preface it with "fuck you, bitch." I can do that too.
Self-defense when you firebombed a limousine during the inauguration?
I didn't do nothing.
Yes.
Okay, because the
that man is fearless, bro. He's fearless.
owner of the limousine is a Muslim immigrant. Were you aware of that?
Well, you know, a lot of violence committed by so-called Antifa members is actually committed by these right-wingers who basically seek to make us
like Jeff Holiday.
look bad.
Okay, so the Muslim immigrant who owned the limo that was firebombed was trying to make you look bad. How?
I don't think he's the one that firebombed it. It's these right-wing infiltrators. You see it all the time, all over the internet.
So that
There's
wasn't
these
you
so-called
guys.
Antifa groups that have been.
What about
made up
when
by
an Antifa
right-wing
member
infiltrators.
stabbed a police horse in the neck with a knife? Was the
That was stupid, man. Of course, Kiki never be the same.
horse a racist Trump supporter?
Yes. So the horse.
I didn't know horses could vote.
You see, the horse is a tool of the police, and the police under the Trump administration have been increasingly
You're an idiot,
intolerant,
Jesse.
militarized, racist, and xenophobic. You see it all the time. There have been so many cases of unarmed black men and women, our fellow POCs, that have been attacked, shot, and killed by these racist policemen and policewomen under the Trump administration. They
He
killed
said Trump too. Remember when people used to say that shit?
I think the police are
drunken.
actually trying to protect the safety of the citizens that you guys are causing mayhem in front of, but that's besides the point. Why can't you guys peacefully protest like Gandhi or Martin Luther King?
You see, we do peacefully protest. In the case of Martin Luther King,
Not from what I see on the video, but go ahead.
when they were attacked, they certainly defended themselves. When Martin Luther King was shot and assassinated, he
Well, I'm not comparing you to
got a
Martin
call?
Luther King. I was just saying maybe you should try to adopt some of their tactics. What is your goal, your bottom line goal?
Our goal, I like to keep it plain and simple. I like to say we want to smash the fash. And,
So violence is your
I mean
goal.
all types of fascism, racism,
Yeah.
Okay, who's the fascist?
Mainly these right wingers who attack us. They are all over the internet these days, and they've been emboldened by this administration to show their faces in real life and come attack us.
So you guys are like a self-defense group. Is that what you're saying? Okay, got it.
We are a self-defense group.
Who did you vote for in the election?
I voted for Hillary Clinton.
Okay, I'm sure she's proud to have you as a supporter. Well, I don't know if the Secret Service is watching. Maybe they.
The guy, like he said, why don't you want to give your last name? And now he's talking about the Secret Service. What an asshole!
You should take a closer look at you.
Why wouldn't you want to give? Well, because you fucking sent me to the Secret Service, Jesse.
Kevin, I appreciate you coming in to Waters
I
World.
wanted to vote for Bernie Sanders, but the nomination was stolen from him. But I just could not let Trump take the presidency. You understand?
Okay, well, you know what? That's maybe the one thing you and I agree with. I think the primary was rigged against our friend Bernie. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it.
I finally brought down 4chan. Yeah, this dude.
Yeah, he's too funny. He really is gifted in every way. I went to Fox.
All right, Tommy, I just wanted to clarify.
All right, take off. All right, brother.
All right, well, thank you.
All right, take care. All right. You want to see Tim Fool's bald ass head?
I don't want this.
I love Mutahar.
Is it time? Can you do it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Put the money in my hand. I won't close my hand. All right. No. I won't pull. I'm gonna go like this. Wait. I'm gonna hold. We're both gonna hold at the same time.
I don't trust you. You have two bigger security guards here. So I'm not gonna win that battle.
I'm not gonna rip the money away from you.
Okay, I have an idea. Here, Mike, can you stand right there for a second, please?
A lot of times we do this podcast, there's a guy just sleeping like next to the table. It's too fucking funny.
You hold the see?
No.
I'll hold your beanie and he holds my money. Let's make it even.
Put the money on the table right there. No. Put it close. Put it close.
Be funny if Tim just grabbed it and just started legging it.
Move it closer.
No, I'm not retarded. I'll give you.
Just put the money right there.
Take your hat off.
I will. Put the money right there.
Do you have to give me a verbal agreement?
I'll give you a verbal agreement. If you put the money in my hand, I'll take my hat off.
Yeah?
Yep. Contract. Sworn. Pinky.
You're gonna take a different hat off. You're gonna tell me you didn't tell me when you took the hat off. I know these games. There's no way you're gonna do
I will take my hat off in this chair right now within 10 seconds if you put that money in my hand.
Just want to see Tim Pool.
Wow, I can't believe that happened.
How much money was
Hold
it?
on.
Is.
You have to. Can you leave it off?
For a little bit.
Okay, that's cool. I get some.
It does bother him, you know.
Like a special
I'm greasy right now too, though.
You do actually have more hair than I thought you would.
I don't understand this. It's like you're mostly bald. Why not at that point just shave it the rest of it off?
Yeah. Well, he's wearing. You know what it is? He's wearing a beanie all the time, so he doesn't give a fuck. You know, if he knew he was going to be taking a shit, I bet guarantee he would say because you know, I mean, with the beard and the bald, that looks cool. You know.
Do I?
Can I have the Pepto-Bismol?
Why?
I have a sudden stomach ache.
I think it's good that he's doing this because everybody says he can't deal with it. But he's definitely uncomfortable.
I would be too if I looked like
Well,
that.
good on you for doing that.
He's bald. What are you gonna do? You know, he's a fucking man.
I'd shave the rest of it.
Some man can't let it go, even when it goes. Right, Rosie? Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, I'm almost 50. I got a fucking full head of hair. It's easy for me to say, I guess.
You know what? You know, that was for you, Matan. I'll tell you the truth. You did my show.
Yeah.
You were very good. You were very funny. Everybody really enjoyed it. And so
that's my reward.
That was for you. I'm gonna give you your money back.
I'm gonna get the money back.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep the $200 that I actually gave you and stuffed in his pocket, but you can keep your money. And then you can make the thumbnail me with no hat on or whatever you want to do.
To be fair, 3 of these are for you for Russia.
Oh, okay.
So you can have the rest.
All right.
It's pretty fucking funny. All right. T is the #1 app. Do we ever get the fucking thing for this? T is a women-only app where users anonymously share info and warnings about men, how to spot red flags and get feedback. Yeah, I'm sure that's not abused to fuck.
Well, it was abused.
Yeah.
And they were subsequently all doxxed because they uploaded their government IDs to it.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. The tea leak.
Hey, so the incels are at it again.
That's me.
Jesus Christ, what is with that fucking haircut, man?
No one can have a fun time on the internet.
That's right.
It's just the rule, especially if you're a woman. Nice try.
Yeah. Women are the only ones that get goofed on.
I can guarantee you, anyone wearing these glasses doesn't want you to have fun. That's the last thing they want you to have.
Quick context. The T app was a platform designed to catalogue and expose men with whom female users had interacted.
There was a Facebook group over here just for the American soldiers, and who used to beg for drinks. You know, I forget, they had the whole name for them. They post their pictures as don't give this guy a drink, or don't get, mostly girls, but there was a few guys on the list.
Often including full names, photographs, and personal information. But here's the catch. To prevent unauthorized access by men, the app implemented a strict verification process requiring users to submit government-issued IDs. After the app went viral, it immediately sparked a major scandal. So a coordinated group from 4chan's intelligentsia swiftly gained access to the entire user database, including everything, even sensitive geolocation data. One user was even part of the US Department of Defense. In the aftermath, a game was created featuring public rankings designed to mock the former wannabe doxers.
Saw you trying to stay safe there.
Oh,
Not gonna happen. Not on their watch. I do, of course, also think that there is quite a bit of responsibility on the app. You know, they
actually, he's kind of right.
Love how, like, every single time something like this happens, these people play, you know, the floor is lava with taking accountability for their own actions.
Oh, wait a minute. The app does have some responsibility there.
You're on an app that's all about leaking personal fucking.
Well, that is a good point.
That's what I was saying earlier, is that, like, that this app was used for. I was surprised that, like, Apple and all them didn't take it off, considering
it's all personal data. Yeah, well, maybe they thought this was funny. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you put it up. Yeah, he's right. I'm wrong.
Info.
Apparently, that shit was not secure, and all of that info got leaked. Like, they can.
Jesus, poor girl.
I don't even think they actually hacked it. From what I heard, they didn't actually, like,
she doesn't
hack
have
into anything.
Literally, she's wearing those ugly glasses around her neck. I guess it's a butterfly, though. I'm looking at that. Jesus Christ.
See your exact coordinates.
clearly didn't set up enough security measures, so somebody nasty was able to easily access these images and leak them. So head on a swivel, ladies.
And so, again, you have, and this is what got leaked, by the way.
Wow.
This is what got leaked right here. Yep.
Lady, the reason you're getting shitty guys is you don't look good. You don't need to get poor guys. Poor guys tend to be crazy.
Yep, there it is. Holy brother.
There must be some fucking slob that likes me that isn't crazy. No, there isn't.
That's right.
Maybe.
I knew it.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is? They blame themselves in every fucking relationship. They blame everybody else but themselves for every relationship that fails. You know.
Where does the hairline start on her?
I don't know. Somewhere where my dad's ended.
I fucking knew it, bro.
I fucking knew it, bro. That's too funny. All right, this is interesting.
From insufferable COD streamers to a Valorant player that faked their very identity.
Oh, okay. I don't care that much. Let's get. We haven't had Faze Banks in a long time, right?
No, not to my knowledge.
Banks, I never scammed anyone in my effing life. The entire narrative is unfair and is a part of the reason it exists is because my Faze name is so easily farmed and manipulated. The fact this is affecting the guys at all is whack. People say that now? Yo, that's whack, yo.
I guess.
Like he's a little older. How old is Banks now? Can you check?
I'll check that out.
Yeah. It's very important that I know people's age. So for the time being, I'm going to be stepping away.
He's 33.
For 33? Not only Faze. He's in his mid-20s when I was fighting with him. Jesus. But all this internet shit, it's destroying my life inside and out. What about the drugs you were doing a couple years ago? I don't know. Sucks. My entire life gets ruined over something. Uh-oh. I didn't even do. The real ones know. I wish I could say I'll be back. I really don't know if I will. So the way I'm taking this right away is, and I don't know any of this, right? If I'm being generous, then I would say And I don't know if he's guilty or not guilty, or maybe somebody screwed him. I don't know, maybe, and I'm open to it. But Faze Banks to me has proven to be a pretty big liar, you know. But you know, hey, even you know, it's not good to lie on even a liar. Whatever. I think he's another one. He's like friggin' Mutahar. His life's not interesting enough. You got to paint it a little heavier, you know, as we saw in Ohio a couple years back. This sounds like, if I'm being generous, somebody got a hold of something that is in his name and did something illegal with it, and now it's going to stick to him because his name's on it. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter that he didn't do it. It's going to be because his name was on it. That's the way I'm taking this. If I'm not being generous,
clip that I sent
he
you?
knows he's fucked and he did something wrong and he's trying to get ahead of it by already claiming that he didn't do it. You know, I don't know. So it depends on what you want. Let's see. Faze Banks says he's on the phone right now with Aiden Ross and said that they're doing a stream tonight to address everything. When was this? Okay, tonight.
This today.
Okay.
Well,
tonight,
I think
tonight your time says 28th. So
Tonight, yeah.
Everything surrounding MLG controversy. So I guess MLG was a crypto coin. On the phone with Aiden right now. We're doing the stream together tonight. To which I thought you're getting away from the internet. All of this. The whole thing has been wildly miscommunicated.
Made before that post.
Yeah.
This one was made before that post.
Well, maybe it is just a massive miscommunication and destroyed my mental.
I sent you a clip.
Let me finish this. And
it may explain what this is about.
Let me finish this. We'll get there. I've wanted more publicity to talk about the situation for a while. It sucks that any of this fuck with me and Aiden's relationship. See you guys tonight. So I guess they settled things. So maybe he didn't do anything wrong. The bank screenshot is real. Shit sad as fuck. If you think the MLG is being rugged, that's a... Is he worried about a CoffeeZilla video? Was me... I should send Coffee... Hey, are you making a video on Faze Banks?
My knowledge of this is Banks and all of whoever Banks was rolling with told him to invest in this MLG coin and everything else like that.
Yeah.
He then lost $12,000
and he pulled
live. And Banks and all them were kind of joking with him about it.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Why would that be? Did he pull it?
It doesn't look like Banks was the one that actually sold. I don't know because
you don't know. So let's get through. Let's get through what we do know. Let's get through what we do know instead of speculating. Hold on. There's a reason that the entire house is silent. Truth will come out eventually. I'm just more hurt of the fact that someone I call my brother is behind my back. So they're already looking to. It's a little too vague. It's rubbing me the wrong way. Aiden Ross responds to the viral Faze DM, where he alleged Ross is the reason MLG fallout. The screenshot is real, sad as fuck. I think being rugged was me. I'm sorry, it wasn't. Let's see. It just goes. Aiden Ross fucked this up. This community dumped on him buying. Used him as exit liquidity. His ego got hurt. Blamed Frank. Him and Frank got into it privately. Aiden despises Frank and spins and drives a narrative about Frank selling. Somehow this falls on me and threads to farm the whole situation, spin into me selling and dumping coins. Maybe he's right. All right, maybe I was wrong initially. I'm not going to understand this no matter what. I ran the thing up from 3 million to 200 million organically. The top, best, and most was spelled. Invested a fucking ton of money and never sold. The only bad actor in this thing is Aiden. Point blank. Period. All right, now send me what you were going to send me here.
I already sent it to you.
All right, is the last one?
Yeah.
Let me say this. Very vague. Yeah, the vagueness is kind of rubbing me the wrong way. But, maybe, doesn't mean.
Can I talk about that?
Just listen.
Dude, can I talk about that?
Talk about what?
Why am I down money?
Because people are using you to sell. People are using your buy as like a spot to sell.
I'm down 12 grand.
It's okay.
It'll go up.
People have been expecting this moment all day because, again, we're retarded. So a lot of people bought MLG probably today expecting you were going to buy it and using the event of you buying it to sell it. But it's fine. Again,
This is something that we're all positioned in for good reasons. There's a lot of reasons to be excited about a position like MLG. Just listen, dude.
Faze Banks crew laughed as Aiden Ross saw 12 King. I don't know. What? So what? They laughed. Big fucking deal. The masterclass on how to get raw. A bunch of barbs.
Aiden is taking this personally, as if like they were setting him up the whole time. Banks in the leaked DM was saying like, no, this was Aiden's community's doing because it was going fine until Aiden's community got involved and then used him buying to sell it all, which caused the coin to crash.
I don't fucking know. Maybe you're right.
Well, that's what I was. That's what I was reading.
I'll take calls now. Anybody in there? Anybody want to call in? I don't know. We'll just keep. This might be something that comes up later. Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust Banks as far as his word. I don't think he's a bad guy or anything. He's a stupid guy sometimes, but I don't trust him on his word. This could be some massive miscommunication, but now because now you know what? Maybe it isn't his fault. Maybe like this thing happened and then it crashed because of what they were talking about, and then it looks like a rug pull from Banks.
Yeah, that's what they're alleging. Is that Banks is the one? Banks was trying to rug pull Aiden the whole time.
For $12,000? No. Banks sneezes that kind of money. The guy's a multimillionaire. $12,000 ain't shit to him. $12,000's $100 to him. To like normal people. How do you call? So you gotta join the Discord. For folks' sake, I gotta start cleaning this fucking room. Might as well smoke another one. Join the Discord, and then bitch about what a terrible job I'm doing. What was the other one we had? The UK response to position of these 400K synergy to repeal the Online Safety Act. The government's response is, we hear you, and we know you're upset, but think of the children. Yeah. The children, always the path for government to get more power over you than they should. Ridiculous. You always believe me? I don't know why. I'm fucking stupid. I just joined the VFW for life. What do you think of that, Tony? Like, they had no members. Like, he just gave me a lifetime membership. Just like walking in there. I was like, I'm thinking about coming back. If you want a lifetime membership, we'll pay for it. I'm like, all right, sure. Whatever you say, Jack. Oh, man. I didn't go get my fucking glasses thing. So nobody wants. Okay, Lynn's calling. What do you want, Lynn?
Yo.
What do you got for me?
I don't know. I just wanted to say it's so obvious that with Mutahar, it's like kind of a white lie that's taken off and he just can't get rid of. I don't know, man.
I think he's always been like this and we didn't notice. I disagree.
Yeah, definitely. He's been doing it for this long. What, 2015?
Yeah. He's been doing it for a long time, and he knows. I think he's just a regular schmuck. You know?
Yeah, of course. Like it happens a lot. Like people do a little bit. You know, they gotta pat it out, or like I was saying in chat, like his parents. There's no way his traditional Asian parents would accept their son being a YouTuber ever.
Yeah, but I mean, he's obviously fucking doing it, and he's obviously making good money.
Yeah, he knows a little bit. Like he's talked about it in depth, but I don't think he's really worked with it. Like he said, he dropped out. Sure, he has a hobby.
Yeah, but he's an engineer.
He visits like the homeland
subreddit. A lot of guys that dropped out and did well for themselves. I think the guy that came out, to that eco clothing brand, I think he went to fucking Rutgers for like a week and dropped out. You know, and now he's like probably a billionaire. You know, selling all that shit. But don't be too proud, Rose. They have free beer over there.
Oh, that's why you joined, huh? The German beer.
Absolutely, free German beer. You know, and they all know what to get if they come in. Although, and then the thing is, I could probably talk. I like Sam Adams, the only American beer I can have, and they can buy it for me and bring it to me. There you go.
Oh yeah, of course you can get that from Base, can't you?
I can't go on Base. I'm completely off.
Oh, you can't?
I'm European.
I have no idea how that works.
I'm off the motherfucking grid, and I don't think even if I go work there, I'm gonna work over there under a German because I don't want to pay American taxes. I'd rather play, I'd rather pay American taxes, but it's just too much of a pain in the ass to send the money home.
Yeah, but then you got to pay double taxes. No, then you're both paying German taxes and American. No,
I am a German resident, so I'm doing everything the German way now.
No, you're not getting your citizenship yet.
I don't think I'll ever get my citizenship. Never.
It's not really worth it. The German one is not really worth it. Germany's so like
if AFD maybe AFD will throw me out if they ever get fucking elected. I don't know.
And then you just gotta join up with the German army that's building itself up again.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I listen to this girl. Her name's Naomi Selps. She's a German national, and she posts all the bad things the Germans are doing, and she's a big AFD supporter.
Of course,
she's a little sus. She said the Germans ordered like 8,000 body bags. I don't know if I believe that. Well,
yeah, it's like okay.
Something they bought
the Danish army ordered.
Yeah,
it costs to.
What?
It happens.
I don't know. Maybe the 10 years is up and they need to up. I know how the military works. Like, oh, it's the 10th year. We have to buy 8,000 body bags or some shit. Or maybe they cut some fucking.
There was a big case with, I think it was the Finnish army that ordered like 25 years of female bras for their enlisted in one go. Like stuff like that happens.
You gave your German citizenship up to list. I know a guy that did that. He was from where is he from? Fucking Bavaria, and he's dead now. He died fucking was it 10 years ago this year? Wow, no, it's been 12 years.
You can always join the Legion if your teeth are all right. Yeah.
Well, me, I'm almost 50. Dude, I knew a really tough guy who couldn't get to the Legion. I don't think I could.
Yeah, that is old, man. I thought about it at one point. And
I know a guy. From what I understand, like if you want to leave, they let you go. They're not going to keep you there. You know, you got.
Yeah, no, they're
like I can't. If you say I can't take
people.
this, they say thanks for trying and get the fuck out. You know.
Yeah, they appreciate the effort, but like get out of here.
They told me I couldn't electronic middle school if I had dual citizenship. Yeah, they did. He lost his citizenship too. He was a guy from Aschaffenburg, and he was half American, and then he didn't. He enlisted with us and didn't do his. At the time, you had to do a little German military time, and he lost his citizenship that way. He couldn't keep his dual citizenship, so he lost his citizenship. He ended up dying in the States. He had that fucking drug problem. Drug problem provided by the U.S. Army because nobody could tell him fucking. He was really good at getting them to give him
many
drugs.
such cases, man.
Yeah,
Jesus. How many fucking veterans have died to opiates?
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Fucking hell. Even here, like we're pretty restrictive with that.
Like they had the all these like, with the exception of COVID and that is the only like crisis that I ever felt personally. You know, the obesity epidemic flew right over my head. Even though I'm
went
fat
straight
now,
to your hips instead.
You know, I'm fat ass now. But yeah, that one, the opioid crisis, that was the real as fuck, man. You take the Legion, yeah, if you get through it, Dippy. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
that's rough.
Dude, they catch you, dude. If they catch you, the enemy catches you, and they fucking tear you apart, man. There's a video out there. This Russian soldier getting caught by the I don't know, the Muslim Russians, the ones that are really crazy. I forget their name. The Chechens. Cut his fucking head off, like it was like they were cutting a leg off a turkey.
Yeah, they use those as barrier troops. Like the fucking Russians would rather go get killed by drones than face the fucking Chechens.
Fucking drones, man. I'm so glad I'm not in the fucking military. Like drones is such a fucking terrible way to die. There's nothing you can do.
God, man. Hey, your IEDs now have 5-round mags and can appear anywhere, and you won't notice them.
Yeah,
like,
you can't.
God, fuck. I've lost 2 friends to those fucking fucks, and what are you gonna do? What can you do to it? Nothing.
None. Hope you hit it. Hope you shoot it. I've seen a few videos.
Run as
of
quick
it.
as you can.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. You probably feel like you can do.
That was one clip of a Russian who fucking caught one in his hand,
and
then he drops it afterwards.
Aren't landmines fucking like illegal and nobody uses them anymore? You're not supposed to.
Everyone has been dropping out of those like conventions. Finland, Estonia, Latvia. Who gives a shit?
They should throw drones on the list, or at least like suicide drones. You know. You know,
I'm just happy the terrorists haven't caught on yet. Fucking
no,
like public buildings getting droned.
You could put a fucking bomb in a Pepsi Cola can, and they did plenty of times. You can attach it to one of these crappy drones you probably buy, like the one I bought my kid for Christmas.
Fucking hell.
You can do something with it. Believe me. I bet there's a lot of like jury rig shit.
It's everything is jury rig, man. Half the units on both sides of the front line in Ukraine are just like doing whatever the fuck they can weld together in 3D print.
All right, I think I'm done. I think I'm gonna clean up around here. I got company coming like 2 days from now, so I better start. All right. Well, thanks everybody. I almost missed Patreon. How dare me? How
That's
dare
what happens
me?
when you don't have Genie, man.
Oh yeah. Well, what's wrong with you, agent?
Huh? Nothing's wrong with me.
Yeah, I guess.
What?
Yeah,
Huh?
Fair enough. All right. All right. Continue. Let's see. All right. Let's check this out. Did I fuck this? All right. Yeah, there we go. Nesquik, Opad, Mex and B, Blue Jack, Cody Grill, Final Flash, G-Man, Ghost Gaming, Little Manly, Not Your Typical Mom, Panic Fun, Riley, Taylor D, Tommy C. Scott, Genie, Picklington, Will Dillon, and yeah. Thank you so much for your patronage. All right, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I don't know what I'm going to do myself. I have an 8. All right. Good afternoon from Alaska. Boy, that's a really fucking long one. Look at that. Thing is like rolling from a long time ago. Hey, I did a 3-hour stream. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon. Watch the clip videos because I don't know what the fuck's wrong there. Talk to you later. Bye.
And leave a like.
Yeah, and all that crap.